So the first step to correct your status would be, I would create something called a non-taxpayer affidavit, or even something called political status correction. Correct your name for the record. When your name was created on a birth certificate, they think they own this, so you have to learn how to create it in a private trust. The Social Security number is a trust. If you look it up, Social Security Trust Administration. It's a public administration. You have to learn how to create your private administration. So you can start with a church, or even a tribe. You can correct your status with a tribe, a church. It's called the Shahada with Muslims. I'm not sure what it's called with Jewish people, but they all undergo a status change. In the Christian community, it's called being baptized. So your baptismal certificate can be also correct your status, and you can use this to identify in the public. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DONKILAM. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. Peace and love. So I'm going to tell you how I did it. Everybody should have got it. Files that paid the $47. If you paid the $47, because there's some people that got in here on $25 too. But if you paid the full $47, unless you're a member of the OnlyFans, it was $25 on the OnlyFans. You had to leave a tip, not Cash App. You had to leave a tip, not Cash App. You know, I still got people sending Cash Apps, latecomers. You know, I gave a lot of refunds back because you didn't follow instructions. And further notice, if you're not part of my private community, I'm not going to even refund you if you don't follow instructions. Put your email address in the memo box. How I'm going to know who to send it to. That's what y'all need to understand right there. Y'all got to follow instructions. Y'all talk about y'all want to be trustees. Y'all want to run this state. Y'all want to do this. Y'all want to do that. You gotta dot your I's and cross your T's. I need y'all to understand that y'all got to dot y'all's I's and cross y'all's T's. You know. But check your email. You check your spam box. I'm not following complaints. I'm not answering none of that shit right now. I don't give a fuck. Respond to the email. How'd you get in here? If you got any concerns, as simple as that. We're trying to start class here, Roddy. I will kick you out. I got too many people in here. I'm not dealing with complaints and none of that. I cut that energy short. I just want y'all to know that. You know, any issues with me in the beginning? Because in the beginning, that's how your relationship starts off. I'm telling you. I like anybody that has any issues, like some of these latecomers that's in here. I'm not gonna ever deal with y'all again. I'll tell y'all this is the last time I'm dealing with y'all. You know, you choose prosperity, it chooses you. You need y'all to understand that. That's a spiritual key. That's a spiritual key. All right. Let me see it. I'm see if I can make a co-host. I do. I want to ask her some questions. If she wants to. Hey, peace and love. Peace and love. How you feeling?
I am great. How are you?
Hey, I did a little research on you, by the way. Yeah. So congratulations for all the hard work you put in just to be an Olympian.
Thank you.
To do your thing. That's major. And you know, so you already know you melanated, you rule the world. So, but I'm also seeing, so you work for the SEC?
I do not work for anybody.
Okay. I see.
I handle SEC
attorney on there.
compliance.
Okay, so I do want you to weigh in on anything I say tonight. You know, whether you agree with it or not, because you know you're the official. You know, and I've been coming to the SEC as the investor.
Okay,
that's the only how I've been able to get remedy, not as a consumer, not as, you know, none of that. Not using the codes and statutes. I've been using as either a private investor or the principal investor. When coming with these complaints, after showing that I do securitization audits.
Okay.
You know, because it's more than just having a QSIP number. Hey, I got this QSIP number and it's worth this. That doesn't do anything for you in life. You know, you have to prove that it's directly tied to an account.
Mm-hmm.
So just weigh in because you're the professional. That's all. So you protect assets.
I protect assets, and I help people use the SEC rules to raise capital and
That's
do
amazing.
deals. And I'm super I'm super passionate about just making sure people have access to the capital to do the things they want to do. So
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. I use them to file complaints.
I I'm so interested in learning more about the other side. So I
Yeah. That's amazing. But
yeah,
you can let people know how they can reach you and follow you because I support everything you do. You know.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
My name on Instagram is La Hurdles 2. 2 is a number. And I'm best to reach if you're like DMing me in on LinkedIn. So and my
I'm gonna
name is Lavon Idlette, Idlette.
I'm gonna have to get on LinkedIn more. I got an account, I just don't be on it. But like in the professional world, you gotta have it.
For sure. It's now the version that used to be what websites were. So people gonna look that up first.
Right, that's facts. That's facts. Especially in the professional world.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being here. You can weigh in on anything because
Okay.
your opinion holds weight in this world.
I I appreciate it. Um, I've never that's not true. We have had to sue the SEC before, but um it's
I don't
mainly for
sue the
legal.
SEC. I don't sue them. I help them get me recoupment. It's called recoupment. So
Okay.
it's when we're tracing these securities because if you understand the game, you know when you go, it's you understand what an asset-backed security is.
Yes.
All right, mortgage-backed securities.
Yes.
So these notes are getting securitized, but the person who's paying this bill is the main investor.
Okay.
We're looking at it at the aspect as the Social Security Trust paid for this already. Your signature. We're under bankruptcy, so we're under bankruptcy laws. So in a sense, I'm just coming out of the way as securitization is illegal. And
Okay.
but in actuality, everything is being done legally. It's just the person who's doing the paperwork is doing it all wrong because they're in the dark about everything because you
Got it.
actually have the right to do everything correctly from the very beginning. Um, 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 and instead of disputing debt, I mean, because we do dispute the debt at first. But when you work your way up, you're claiming the interest on it. That's what you do with the IRS because everything is full faith and credit in the government. But when you open up any type of credit line, you're opening up an account. You open up a private account, whether it's with a credit card, a bank. So they follow under GAAP rules,
Mm-hmm.
if you're familiar with those. And
General accounting practice.
I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. So that's what this is the main thing I'm going from tonight. And the SEC is one of the main organizations and entities that enforce the GAAP. And these are general accounting accepting principles,
Mm-hmm.
the rules by the Financial Accounting Standards Board. So we're going after the full accounting. We want to see everything when it comes to the account and the securitization, the company's financial statements. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about tonight. Does that make a little bit more sense?
Makes perfect sense.
All right. Thank you. But I appreciate you being here. And
I
and
appreciate
I gladly share my fan base with you and let them know you're official.
you.
Hey, peace and love, peace and love.
Thank you.
Thank you. So y'all tap in with her, man. Y'all hear what she does. She gets capital. If you're up there, everybody invested in this education, everybody invested in this course. We had over 300 people sign up. So they'll be getting a replay as well. We have 172 people online right now. So I appreciate everybody being here. I will open up a section for questions and answers as well. And then if you want to ask her anything, but make sure y'all tap in with her. So if y'all, I'm gonna put the book in the chat as well. Check your spam box. It came from files.fm. I did send people the book. Then it's called Financial Freedom, and you can also find it on Amazon. Let me show y'all on Amazon. And it's basically everything I've been talking about. I just need y'all to understand that accounts, everything's an account. That's why I'm not using consumer law. That's why I'm not worried about consumer law. I see some of y'all opening it up. Right here, Financial Freedom, a guide for private investors. You have to prove you're the investor. If you understand that you're a private banker, you're an investor anyways. That's all a bank is an entity for investments. As soon as you put the money in there, they're investing it right away into something else. But this is a book, and I'm about to break some of it down. Let me pull it up. Make sure y'all can see it. Everybody can see my screen. And let me find her on LinkedIn too. Is that you? I think that's her. I'm gonna check her out on LinkedIn. And then this she is on Instagram. Official. Official like a referee. That's how you gotta be. So there's some connections for y'all. I do want y'all to know it's not in this book. It's not in this book. So I apologize. I do, like, especially with mortgages, I do report stuff to the state's attorney office. All right. So I do want to add that. Your state's attorney. I do report things to your state's attorney office, especially with mortgages. All right. So I want y'all to know all public companies must follow GAAP when they compile their financial statements. It is designed to ensure consistency, transparency, and integrity. If you understand bookkeeping, you might understand a little bit. You might understand a little bit more. Take some lessons on bookkeeping. This is because I used to work for an accounting company. I used to work for an accounting company. So that's when I'm teaching this. They're telling me I'm not right, but I'm sitting there. I'm watching what they're doing. I'm like, I am right. Like can't explain it. Can't explain it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Now, when you're disputing these, I need y'all to look at it as you're the investor. You are the investor, and you have to come at it from this perspective, homie. So you had the game. In other words, I appreciate that. Because when you're coming in as a consumer, and you're coming in, and I learned this when I learned my name was the business. I learned this when I learned my name was a business. Because you got to understand, the more money you make, the bigger tax breaks you get, anyways. The bigger breaks. Why do the rich people get ahead? It seems like the poor people keep getting poor. Just like poverty. Poverty is a $1 billion business. Ain't nobody helping the poor get a better mindset and get on their feet and learn how to be productive and prosperous in America. Instead, it's $1 billion business. Poverty is $1 billion business. So, and when it comes to being with poverty in America, it pays to be a producer instead of a consumer. It pays to have a business for poor people than to actually be the poor person. Does that make sense? And this is how you have to come at it. I don't know how else to explain it. So the best thing you could do for poor people is not be one of them. I need y'all to understand that right there. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. So you don't have to be another statistic. In other words, the best thing you can do for a consumer, the best thing you can do for a consumer is not be a consumer. Just a consumer on paper. I want y'all, I need y'all to see this with your own eyes. There's the public market, there's the private market. The private sector is the part of the economy that is private. It's not ran by the government. The public sector is the part of the economy that is ran by the government. So you got to understand public banks are owned by the government. When you're coming into these things. So this is why you have to understand how to implement the correct procedures. So when it comes to these codes and statutes, that's going to be for public entities. Like I did a live today. I was walking down Chicago. I seen a public utility worker. They was putting a hole in the road, and I told them, I said, "Are you a public utility worker? You work for the government, correct?" They said, "Correct." I said, "What if you was a private worker? Would that mean that means you don't work for the government, correct?" She said, "Correct." So I'm glad she understood what was going on. You know. So I just want to throw that out there for sure. A public utility worker works for the government. When you're in the public, that means you are part of the government. The government controls you, all right? So you got to understand this when you're securitizing things. So same one with the UCC1, y'all try to securitize UCC1s, y'all using public documents, putting them on a public form. That's making it part of the public sector. You're putting your name in the newspaper and thinking you own your name. How? Maybe you owned your name if you own the newspaper. You don't even know that own the newspaper. Somebody else owns that newspaper. And it's part of the public sector. And that's part of the economy that's controlled by the government. Let me know if that makes sense in the chat. You know, I'm not trying to go against anything anybody's ever done. I'm really not. You know, I'm just showing you how the mainstream gurus or whoever you've been learning from, they have, and excuse my language, but they got the game fucked up. They got the game fucked up. And I'm glad it's making sense for you. If it doesn't make sense for anybody else because you invested in your private education. I'm going to put this book in the chat again too. But everybody does have access to this chat. If you didn't get the email, check your spam box. Coming from files.fm. And then if you didn't get it still, just reply, "I didn't get it," to however you got into Zoom. And that's how we'll do that. Because it's just the email. That's all it is. So you don't want to be part of the public sector. You don't want to be part of public banking. And you got to understand, what are banks here to do? Banks are institutions that invest. Trust our banks, you know? Trust our banks. So fractional banking, you got to understand what that is. Fractional reserve banking is a system in which only a fraction of bank deposits are required to be available for withdrawal. Fraction is because they use it for lending. They're using 90% of whatever you deposit in the bank for lending. You put in $100, they only need they only have to keep $10 on deck. They only need to keep $10 in the reserves. So I need y'all to understand that. So when you understand accounting, you'll understand. I'm showing you a way, just one quick way to get this back. When you start understanding accounting, it's a 1099 INT. Anything over $10, because you're getting interest. If they're investing your money, because it's your money, that means you're the private investor. And you're always going to be private. They don't have to put you on no paperwork until you make something known, until you make some noise, until you're required to see the books per GAAP. So I just want you to know, I explained it that quick, everything really that you need to know before we even get deep into class. So I want to know, does that make sense to everybody? And a lot of yeses, clear as day. It's simple accounting. Okay? So you have the right to see the books. That's the main thing about requiring to see the 1099 OIDs, 1099 INTs. And we're gonna talk about the 1099 OIDs as well, because that's when you gotta understand accounting as well. That's when you gotta understand. And this is in the book. I'm gonna pull things from the book so you know it's in the book, but I just move around a lot. I'm speaking from the head. I'm speaking from the mind. But I'm letting y'all understand this is I'm speaking on the GAAP and the Social Security Trust, because Social Security is a trust account, and what it's used for is to invest. That means it's a private type of bank. The Social Security Trust is a private banking entity. That's how we can put it. That does business with the public. It doesn't do business with the public one-on-one. It creates private accounts. It creates other entities. This is how you get a credit report. This is how you get a credit card. Boom, we attach it to the Social Security Trust account. And I just want to show y'all who owns the national debt. Who owns the U.S. national debt? And I have to show you guys this over and over and over. I've been talking about this for years, but I'm going to talk about it till it clicks for everybody, okay? The Social Security Trust Fund, which is called the fund. It's called the fund. Social Security Trust Fund owns a significant portion of the United States national debt. You got to understand, this is it right here. Over 24 trillion is held by the public. Everybody's talking about China. The debt is mostly your labor. It's backed by your labor, because the Social Security Trust Fund is FICA. It comes from your labor. You go to work, it takes it out your labor first before you even get paid. And that's what's going on. And what they do is invest in treasuries and securities. So the public holds over 24.53 trillion of the national debt. As of January 2023, foreign governments held a large portion of public debt, while the rest is owned by the U.S. banks and investors. The Federal Reserve, state and local government mutual funds, pension funds, insurance companies, and holders of savings bonds. Other holders of the public debt include insurance companies, U.S. savings bonds, private pension funds, and other holders, including individuals. You see that? Individuals, government-sponsored enterprises. Got to be a government-sponsored enterprise. Got to be in the public. Got to be a part of the public sector. You have to have an IPO, initial public offering. No, the national debt held by the public is not only in Treasury bills, notes, and bonds, it's also in Treasury inflated protected securities. I'm live right now on the Instagram. I'm going to give everybody a sneak peek. Send $47 via Cash App to Dream Keepers Radio. for the replay. With the screen share. Appreciate it, everybody. Much peace and love. Now let's get back to it. I hope this is making sense for the class, though. In order to execute, I'm going to look at some of the chats right now. In order to execute, does one have to do anything with status before? Yes, you want to be a private banker. Private banker status correction. Delivery from the temple. I'm going over. He says, under what law can you request GAAP from a company? It's not a law, it's GAAP. And they have to follow the standards. I'm going to go over that under 12 USC anyways. Thank you. I appreciate everybody telling when they say the emails, but I did email everybody. Everybody that sent the donation last minute, you'll get it after class, you know? Just want everybody to know. So JP Morgan Chase private client, it's still a public bank. I just want to say that. Chase is still operates in the public. I guarantee since we're screen sharing, it doesn't matter if you're a private client or not. I'm going to show you something. So a private company offers shares of itself. So if Chase is on the stock market, that means they're a public company. They're in the public market. So I'm just going to say that. If you want to talk about private banks and which banks to go to, you're going to want to book a consultation. But let me get back to class. There will be a chance for questions and answers if you let me get through this shit. Now, I'm going to have to start making my classes more. Everybody can afford $47 to see. If you were to add debt held by Social Security and other retirement and pension funds, almost half of the U.S. Treasury debt is held in trust for retirements. Current and future retirees would be hurt the most if U.S. ever defaulted on its debt. So understand, you're investing for a future payout. That's like funds, mutual funds, bonds, stocks, all these things. That's what they do. So understand the national debt held by the public is in Treasury bills. This is what money is you have to understand this. Treasury bills, notes, and bonds. Treasury bills, notes, and bonds. Understand that generational wealth cannot be transferred through certificates. Now, I want to pull up Japan is the largest holder of the U.S. debt. Wow. Everybody talking about China. Japan. I didn't even know that. Learn something new every day. I want to pull up the actual fund, the Social Security fund. See if I can find it. Here it is, Social Security Trust Fund. So y'all can see it, because y'all keep talking about Sister K Trust and all this. You're not going to get any remedy talking about the Sister K Trust, okay? At all. So what is the Social Security Trust Fund? This is your estate that you're giving up. You got to understand, this is the public trust because you don't know how to do it your own. So the Social Security Trust Fund is actually two funds, the Old Age and Survivors Insurance, the OASI, and the Disability Insurance, DI Trust Funds. The OASI Trust Fund provides benefits to retired workers and family members of deceased beneficiaries. But I'm saying this is where they're pulling funds from. It's from this fund. And the U.S. Treasury Department manages the trust fund under the direction of 6 member boards. So this is your board member. These are people that you have the right to the contract with and understand you talk to. These are the people you got to be in touch with. All right. Now the governments can. So does Congress raise Social Security? The U.S. Treasury must invest Social Security income in securities. Securities. Securities are investments traded on the secondary market. There are 3 types: equities, bonds, and derivatives. Securities allow you to own the underlying asset without taking possession. So it's own nothing, control everything. For this reason, securities are readily traded. The liquidity means they are easy to price, which makes them excellent indicators of the underlying value of the assets. Professional traders must be licensed to buy and sell securities. That ensures they are trained to follow the laws set by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. So I just want y'all to know what's going on with your Social Security trust. When this is what you're doing. Before you even get a check, you're already investing in securities. You're already investing in a public market. So look at this. So there are 3 differences between these special issue securities and U.S. Treasury bonds. They are not tradable. They're only available to the trust funds, and they are only bought with payroll taxes. The Treasury redeems these bonds with interest to pay for benefits. The money to redeem the bond comes from the general fund. It's called the general fund. After that, the payroll taxes go into the general fund. Only a president can access the general fund. That's why you gotta understand. Only a bill can be approved by the president. So where they pay the government expenditures, that's how presidents borrow money from the Social Security Trust Fund. Presidents can borrow money from the Social Security Trust Fund. The borrowed funds make their deficit look smaller. You got to understand, you have to be a president. You could be president of Toyota, president of Honda. You just got to be a president. You can't come at it from the sole proprietor standpoint. You can't come saying this is your birth certificate. You can't come saying this is your Social Security card because it's theirs. The real amount owed still shows up in the national debt. It explains why the U.S. debt by presidents is larger than the U.S. deficit by president. So the debt by president is larger than the deficit by president. For this reason, the Heritage Fund says that the special issue securities are nothing more than IOUs. That's because future benefits will have to come from taxes that are being used today to pay for other government programs. You have a whole board of trustees. Let me know. Is that making sense, everybody in the class? Is that making sense so far? Now, I think I'm going to go straight to the templates real quick. Let me go all the way to the end. Let me go to the templates. Because there's a lot in between that you need to know. You need to know how to securitize things, how to issue shares. Let me know in the chat, class. Just put yes, it is, it's making sense. Learn how to make true security agreements. Let me find these templates. A lot of people already paid, got the templates. I hope y'all really looked at them. All right, here we go. There's the SEC right there. Let me see what the chat say. The stuff they didn't teach me in business school, everybody says. Makes sense so far.
We'll be back after a quick break.
There's no such thing to practice law. It's called a bar card or a British Accredited Registry card. They take an oath to uphold rules to the crown, which is in Britain. So there's no such thing to licensed practice law. If you look up Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer. He wasn't an attorney. So attorneys might have to be licensed, but there's no such thing as a licensed lawyer. Again, it's called the British Credit Registry. It's part of a membership. It's like a fraternity, like the Freemasons or any other private club or community that you'd be part of, that you have to show your private membership. And this is what they do. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DONKILAM. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. So look, let me do a recap. So far, everything I think I've went over so far that you need to know, okay? Status correction is being able to maneuver and control your securities. It's not about just getting the QSIP number, it's being able to prove the securitization process. How they turn these asset-backed securities, how they turn the notes into securities. How they took the mortgage and turned it into a security. A mortgage is just a contract, okay? They securitize. It's called an MBS, mortgage-backed security. Let me go ahead and show y'all these things while I'm going over it so y'all can see that it's real. It's just simple Google searches you can do. Asset-backed security. Asset-backed securities can include a mortgage, credit card, home equity, auto loans, credit card receivables. See, it says credit card receivables. And this is due to double entry bookkeeping. Okay? Double entry bookkeeping. Student loans are asset-backed securities. When it comes to a mortgage, it's a nice process. It's a nice process. It's a different process when you're claiming these things. And I just love the process of claiming mortgage-backed securities. I just love the process. Big bank take little bank. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're the private investor. You're the principal investor. Mortgage-backed securities are asset-backed securities. They're the same thing, except this is with mortgages. And they're creating pass-through trusts and pass-through entities. A pass-through or structured as trust in which mortgage payments are collected and passed through to investors. They typically have stated maturities of 5, 15, or 30 years. The life of a pass-through may be less than the stated maturity depending on the principal payment. You're also the principal investor. Understand these things. And I truly hope that everybody has heard the term private investor. Let me know if everybody's heard the term the principal or private investor. Yeah, big bank take little bank. Yes, ABSs include credit agreements. Yes. So when you're the private investor, when you're using the Social Security trust, you're giving up your labor. You're giving up future labor to pay for this. That's what's going down. All right. And there's a lot on the private side that you need to understand. I'm not going to get too deep into it today. But understand, principal investing is when financial institutions or private equity firms or other such enterprises put their own capital or balance sheet at risk in anticipation of future profit. And that's exactly what's going on when you give up a credit. When you run your credit, they use your Social Security number. It's coming from a Social Security trust fund. Everything is banking. So you're giving up your capital, you're giving up your balance. They're not risking anything to create these mortgage-backed securities, to create these asset-backed securities. They're not putting up anything. So this makes you the prime principal private investor. Does this make sense, class? Let me know in the chat if it makes sense, class. Miles Long says yes. Brandon Price says yes. Brett says yes. Yes, makes sense. Yes, yes. Quid pro quo. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Let me go ahead and show you. That's a private investing term. So you got to understand this is in the private. When you're operating in the private, you got to understand this quid pro quo, an exchange for or this for that. That means you're getting something in return. Fair exchange is not robbery. Everything's fair exchange. Fair exchange, quid pro quo. So I just want everybody to understand this. This is the mindset you have to have. You have to be able to prove these things, though, because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And that's when you get something called a securitization audit. Says one should never be denied credit. That's facts. That's facts. So understand, and this when you're doing your dispute letters, this is what you have to how you have to come at them. So this type of investing is private equity. Understand private equity and venture capitalist. You can come at it like that. Let me show you this too, because I seen Chase was popped up. So I like to compare this to church too. So initial public offering. There are, any company that's in the private and they want to come public, they have to give up something called initial public offering, in which shares of a private company are made available to the public for the first time. If you need your QSIP numbers, you do a Bloomberg audit. But if you raise enough, you raise enough suspicion with these templates I'm about to go over, they'll do an audit for you. So they'll do an audit for you. Like the SEC will look into it, IRS will look into things. You know, when you're in the private as a private banker, these are the things you get to do. When you understand what's going on. When you understand what's going on. So you're a private investor. Anytime you open up a credit card, bank account, you get something with the car, whatever it may be, a student loan. These are all accounts. These are all accounts. They open up accounts. They give you new accounting numbers, new account numbers. So you got to understand, when you have accounts like this, understand Social Security is a trust fund administration. They're opening up an accounts on your behalf. You're going to want to look into generally accepted accounting principles, the Financial Accounting Standards Boards. This is how you're going to want to talk to the IRS about it. After first having your status corrected, having a private you're having a private bank established and having your status corrected. And a private bank is just simply having a holding company, having a trust, having a private trust, having a holding company, having a private church. You know, a lot of people don't even understand that even the Vatican has their own bank. Understand that, you know, church versus state. People don't understand that because you got to understand the public versus the private. Talked about the public sector and the private sector. So I'm going to show y'all just some proof. So Vatican, what's the Vatican net worth? You can just look up their net worths. They operate in the private. 3.9 billion euros. So they're worth $5 billion. The Vatican. Vatican Bank. They have their own bank. Institution of I don't even know what that says. The Institute for the Works of Religion. Mormons are worth more than the Vatican at $265 billion. And I guarantee the Mormons have a board and directory. Hold on, I ain't mean no Ouija board now. Let's put board members. See, here we go. They have a president. The presidency. You got to understand, like in Russia, they got the prime minister. You know, this is a religion. And this is how the state is ran the same way. You know, Jehovah Witnesses the same way. I just want y'all to know there's different ways to skin this cat. So the governing body of the Jehovah Witnesses, they have a whole governing body. The Watchtower. They got the elders. They have their estate established. They have their government established. They have their trust established. This one says 2.1 billion. You know? The organization is together. That's all I'm just trying to prove to you. So this is how you have to move too. When you start learning accounting and true securitization, you can securitize your own agreement. So it depends on how you want to come at these things, because you know debt is to be redeemed. When you understand bankruptcy law, when they're bankruptcy, so everything has to be redeemed and redemption. Understand everything's under contracts with the accounts. All right, admiralty, contracts, maritime, contracts of the sea, everything's under contracts. So when you're doing your status, you could be under the church. The church can be your family. If you don't have a family, because you want to come at it from a family aspect, because wealth cannot be handed down through individuals. So understand that. So at least you have a backing. You have somebody to back you while you're doing this. You have an organization that's backing you, a family that's backing you to prove that you're the main investor. You know, I work on behalf of the family, and they sent me to invest. And that's how I do it, as a private family member. You know, family law is private law as well. So look, the first template right here is saying we're regarding fraudulent activities. To the SEC. We're saying we're a private citizen now right here. You can put you're a private citizen of whatever organization you choose to be. I'm filing this affidavit to report fraudulent activities related to taxes, FDIC insurance, and withholding the funds from the as the private investor. You know, especially if like you got to understand this. I showed you your Social Security trust. You're already invested in the securities. You could opt out of that, and then you can file complaints if they don't allow you. I show people to use something called a W-4T. Let me pause the screen so I can show everybody. Let me show everybody the form that I use. I know a lot of people's new here. And if you got access to the chat, I'll put this in the chat. I'll download it and put it in the chat. If you need this. Because this is a form of status correction as well, and opting out. There's certain forms you could file to get these the last 3 to 5 years back. I'm gonna put the book in the chat as soon as it's ready. So this is called a W-4T. And this is to get out of those withholding agreements. All right. And here's another letter. It's all in the book. Reach out to me directly. You need these templates. Drop me a donation or something. I got you. But we want to show foreign status. But this form right here, the 4852, this will get you wages, tips, and compensation back, because these are contracts. A lot of people don't know these are contracts. Your Social Security wages back, your Medicare wages back. If you got tips, federal income tax withheld, all of this back. And I got somebody that actually fills this form out and will help you with it. So I just want to show you all that as well. But we've conducted GAAP audits. Now, you can also have, I want y'all to see this on Fiverr. Literally, I have hired accountants on Fiverr. Look, just type in audit. Let's see what pops up on Fiverr. They're talking about website audits. So let me put accountant. I found accountants on here for certified financial statements. And I might touch that in a little bit. So right here, I would do accounting, economics, finance, and audits for you. Like, you can find accountants all day, but I just want you to see, you can find one that will do audits for you. You can have them write an audit report, request an audit to a company. If they refuse, and then we're reporting it to the SEC. That's the first people we report to. Well, other than the IRS, I like the IRS too, because the IRS will audit them quick, but the SEC is going to audit them in a different way. And let me show you what happens with the SEC. I'm not sure if Lala knows about this. It's called an MUI. MUI. See, I'm giving y'all some game right now. I guarantee a lot of people haven't heard of this. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Has anybody ever heard of an MUI? Tell the truth. $1 million worth of game right here. So it's called a matter under investigation. And it's only a term used in the Securities and Exchange Commission to describe preliminary investigations. And we could, you want to trigger these with the IRS anyways with the whistleblower report. Because they take these matters seriously. I want to say, I don't know if that's not the form. Right here, 3949. Right here, whistleblower. But you can also send that same form to the SEC. I'm gonna show you exactly how to maneuver and talk to the SEC when it comes to getting an MUI. And it's called a MUI, is what they call it, MUIs. Matter under investigation. You got the enforcement manual. You can read that on the SEC website on how to open a MUI. But understanding the investigations. So a matter under investigation, SEC staff members, after receiving information about potential security law violations from any of a number of potential sources, including potentially their own reaction to information disclosed in a news story, okay, they can log in and get under a matter under investigation. They can open matters under investigation. In theory, within 60 days, the SEC staff assigned to the MUI must follow the gathering of additional information and make a second threshold recommendation centered. Now, I want to tell you when it comes to the another company I'm going to bring up that you got to talk to, you can also take them through arbitration. SEC is different, but investment companies, these are under the Securities Act, the Investment Acts, and a lot of different acts, okay? But they're going to enforce the GAAP protocols. So I want y'all to know that when you're understanding GAAP. And I can go up. Let me see. This is 366, so I don't want to forget it. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the book. Because I'm going to show you basically everything they're doing wrong. I got everything in the beginning of the book. So if you need to point it out, you want to learn it on your own. So I do want y'all to know when it comes to Shares, when you claim that birth certificate, your rights are given to you because they're just proving that anyway. So your rights will be given to you when you claim that birth certificate. Charge-offs are considered an income too, by the way. So here we go. So securitization is the process of transforming financial instruments into tradable securities. All it is commercial paper. Commercial paper, that's all it is. So this financial process involves the standardization of financial instruments into securities, which are then sold on the securities market. The legal and ethical implications of the practice have been questioned based on the interpretation of the Uniform Commercial Codes, which is still public law. If you have a uniform on, you can hand down Uniform Commercial Codes. Now, when a mortgage note is signed, it typically falls under the UCC Article 3. However, once the note undergoes securitization, it transitions into the realm of UCC Article 8. Some critics argue that under U.S. law, this process is illegal due to its potential for fraud. The viewpoints are that financial instruments such as loans, credit cards, and receivables, when securitized, can create environments that encourage fraudulent activities. Now, in understanding this complex issue, it is crucial to understand the grounding principles that guide securitization. So under the Financial Accounting Standards Board, the FASB, regulations such as FAS 125, this is the securitization of accounting, FAS 140, this is the offsetting of financial assets and liabilities, FAS 133, derivatives on hedge accounts, FAS 5 and FAS 95 are an instrument in defining the process. So securitization changes the nature of the note from a negotiable instrument into a security. Banks and financial institutions follow these accounting standards, which are part of the generally accepted accounting principles, the GAAP, and they are mandated by Title 12 of the United States Code to follow both GAAP and the generally accepted auditing standards, GAAS. That's the generally accepted auditing standards. Furthermore, there are local and international standards from FASB and the International Financial Reporting Standards Board, the IFRSB, respectively, that cover derivatives. You know? And basically, it's like a derivative or a dividend that you're getting every month as a bill. You think it's something you're obligated to pay. Money is an offset. Cash is an offset. So when you pay something with cash, you're debiting that account. You're giving them a negative. FAS 140 has a connection to UCC 3-305 and 306 to guide financial institutions on how to offset. FAS 133 is also a crucial reference. So those are some of the laws. Now, when it's coming to this, what we're looking for is recoupment. As a concept in financial and legal settings, this refers to the act of reclaiming or regaining expenses. This process involves applying a set-off, which allows you to recover what you initially provided and what you are rightfully owed. Additionally, recoupment can also imply withholding a reasonable portion or all of something due. These actions are considered equitable in nature and often find their applications to admiralty-style documents. Everything's equity, everything's on a piece of paper, everything's on an IOU or a due bill or a site draft. All right? Now, when you're the creator of the promissory note, you have signed it and others are used it. Recoupment means you want your property back or have the account set off. In practice, recoupment is a counterclaim in a civil procedure. You can do a set off with the county as a counterclaim. You do set offs as a counterclaim. I hope that made sense for everybody. Everything's commercial paper. So we went over private limited companies, private shares, how to create your own shares. I'm not going to go deep in all of this. This is why you need the book. Because you can only control what you create. When you create these documents, then you can redeem them. Once they've been in the market, you can redeem them. You created these accounts with your Social Security trust number. You are the private investor. When you understand this, you have your own family trust in the play. You have your own family businesses in the play, your own family business entities. When you're registering securities, you would do that from your business aspect. I want everybody to understand securities as well. There are 3 ways to register a security at the state level. That's by filing a notice, registering by coordination, registering by qualification. Now, you should already be aware that federal covered advisors at this point in the material, the National Securities Market Improvement Act, additionally created a category of federal covered securities. The concept of federal coverage still applies. These are securities that register only with the SEC by providing a notice filing to the state administrator. All they do is just file a notice to the state administrator. Hey, understand this. In this book, like I said, we don't have enough time. I'm going to open up things for questions and answers after I show you the templates. But I want you to know, in the book, it's going to show you, when you understand the SEC, when you get to the SEC, the forms you need to file. The forms you need to file, how to look up the companies, everything that the public is due access to. And I need y'all to start looking at it from the investor standpoint, because you'll start moving differently anyways. You'll quit paying bills anyways. You'll start investing in companies. You'll get the stock the right way. So understand how to read SEC filings when you get them. And they have an online database called Edgar, okay? Now, among the most common SEC filings are Form 10K, Form 10Q, Form 8K, the proxy statement, Forms 3, 4, and 5, Schedule 13, Form 114, and foreign investment disclosures. Now, a 10K report, for instance, provides a comprehensive detail of a company's financial performance. Proxy statements are presented prior to a shareholders meeting and before voting on the election of directors and other corporate actions. And when you prove that you're the private investor, you have access to meetings, you have access to a lot of different things as the investor. A prospectus is the mandatory document that must be given to any person who's offered to buy the company's securities. The prospectus must provide detail about the company's management, business operations, financial health, operation results, risk factors, and other pertinent information. The Security Act of 1933 mandates that all companies seeking to raise capital for newly public offered products in the U.S. must file a prospectus with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I want y'all to understand this. Financial statements such as the company's income statement must be audited by independent certified public accountant, a CPA. When you get your Bloomberg audit, you do your audit, you do the securitization audit, they're keeping this information from you. So this is a way to raise awareness to this, because this is the information that's supposed to be given to you. This is the information you're supposed to know, but you don't know. You're the investor. You're coming in as the consumer. A Form 10K is an annual report that provides a comprehensive analysis of the company's financial condition. Though the Form 10K contains information that overlaps with the company's annual report, the 2 documents are not the same. Companies must submit the lengthy annual filing within 60 to 90 days of the close of their fiscal year. Their years could be different. Some years are in July, end of July. You know, you would know if you knew you was the investor. You would have this information. You would know when the year ends. A Form 10Q. All right, a 10Q is a version of a 10K that is filed quarterly. This form provides a view of the company's ongoing financial conditions throughout the year. A Form 8K is what a company uses to disclose major developments that occur between filings of the Form 10K or the Form 10Q. These are the forms you need to be asking for, so you know what's due to you. Forms 3, 4, and 5. Corporate insiders must file Forms 3, 4, and 5. The SEC defines a corporate insider as a company's officer and directors and any beneficial owners of more than 10% of a class of the company's equity securities, registered under Section 12 of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Schedule 13D is known as the beneficial owner report. This is when you will find who the beneficial owners are. The Schedule 13D is also known as the beneficial owner report and is required when any owner acquires 5% or more of the voting shares in the company. So you know who it's going to. It requires name, address, and other background information, type of relationship this owner has with the company, whether the person has been convicted of a crime in the past 5 years, an explanation of why the transaction is taking place, and the type and class of security and the original funds used for purchases. Need I say any more? So when you prove you're the investor, these are the things you need to look for. These are the things you have a right to be disclosed, the information. Let me know that this makes sense. If y'all are asking me if I have personal auditors, I'm not giving you that information. You need to book a consultation, tap into the private life. I gave y'all one person y'all can reach out to with the SEC. Y'all paid $47, some paid $25. Y'all can shut up with those questions. This shit's crazy. I'm not giving you any of my personal information. So we can leave it at that. You're not part of my private organization, my private family. You need to pay to be part of that. You need to come to a seminar. You need to do something. All right? As simple as that. You paid $47. That's how much this book cost. That's how much the book cost. The book actually costs $49.97. You got it. You got it. So I'm giving you this webinar free. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I gave you game that you never heard from anybody in the guru community. So it pays to invest in your private education. I'm no longer, if you want to meet me in Vegas, I think I got Thursday open for $3,000. People are already buying me out. They're buying me out the spaces. So if you're in Vegas, I got one more spot open on Thursday for $3,000 to my OnlyFans community. I'm glad this makes sense to everybody. And if you want to be part, so I do have a seminar coming up in Chicago. I see people in the chat, they're asking how they can get a hold of me. You text Chicago to 480-573-4879. It's that simple. The shit don't change. Chicago will be July 26th. I will be in Las Vegas on Thursday. If you need me, $3,000. I will meet with you. We'll meet over dinner. I will give you 4 to 5 hours. Whatever you need. We'll get that info in. You know, I'll give you 5 hours. That's what's on the flyer. So I'll give you 5 hours, man. I'm gonna go over a couple more things, and then I'm gonna open this up for questions and answers. Next, so GAAP, U.S. public companies must follow the GAAP rules in preparing the financial documents. You find what's going on, you complain to the right people. I'm going to show you who you need to complain to. Financial Accounting Foundation. All 50 states adhere to the GAAP. All 50 states. Understand what prospective is. A prospectus is a formal document required by and filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission that provides detail about an investment offering to the public. Prospectus is filed for offerings of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. That's why I need you to understand. You got to get the audits. You got to get the audit. Let me see if we can just find. You can do your own research. I got my own people. Okay. You can do a Bloomberg audit. Sample Bloomberg audit. Bloomberg audits. Foreclosure defense Bloomberg audits. Certified forensic loan auditors. So stuff like this, you find your auditor. Certified forensic loan auditors. You find people like this. You find someone that can audit a loan They'll give you an affidavit, your source for audit guidance. So I just want y'all to see this. When you have the proof, what the SEC is going to do is going to take them to, you're going to start off in district court, in federal courtroom. You're going to file suit in the courtroom. Now, there's other organizations that we're going to file complaints with as well. So I just want y'all to see this. We got certified loan auditors out here, student loan, Bloomberg, fraudstoppers.org. Let me see if they got something going on. Nope. I'm just trying to find you a company real quick. But y'all can see, y'all can find something online. There's gonna be companies out here. So let's see what they got. I could show y'all somebody's audit, but I don't want to show their personal information. But you see, I mean, this is exactly what it looks like. They give you, I would say this is kind of basic, what I'm seeing, because it's gonna have pictures, it's gonna have a lot of different things, but this is what it is. It's gonna have the borrower, the trustees, the title companies. If it's a mortgage, it's gonna show a lot. But you can get this on any loan. Any loan can be audited.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where the tax system can seem overwhelming, one book is here to guide you towards financial empowerment. Introducing The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by best-selling author Don Kilam. Are you looking to demystify the complexities of taxes and harness the power of tax credits? The Capitalizing Namepreneur provides an understanding of effectively utilizing your tax credits. Discover the secrets behind setting up a tax firm, understanding the strawman name, protecting your assets, and navigating the implications of the Social Security Trust Fund. Don Kilam's expertise shines through every page. It's like having a personal financial advisor by your side. Get your copy of The Capitalizing Namepreneur today and unlock the power of tax credits to enhance your financial well-being. Order your copy now and take control of your tax strategies. The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
Matter of fact, let me just show y'all one. They'll be all right. I want y'all to see a real audit. That shit look basic. Ain't gonna come with the QSIP numbers. All right, here we go. I need y'all to see the audit. So it's going to show you who the participants are, the corporations, who backed the receivables, because this is a security asset backed receivable. You're the one backing it. It's backed by your investment. It's backed that you're going to pay this every month. You're the main investor. And when you run the audit, you get it through a broker. It's going to tell you all the banks. It's going to break it down. Who did what? Who had the loan? Where the money's coming from? This is the whole paper trail. Who the custodian is. They're putting everybody on here. Here's the Egger report right here. that we were just talking about. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going because I want y'all to see that it has charts, it has the QSIP numbers, the loan numbers, the account numbers. They got all your account numbers that you need. So that way they can audit the accounts. They can trace right back to the accounts. And everything is documented in these companies, so they're gonna know every keystroke, who did what, and you have the right to face your accuser. Understand that. Who recorded it? Where's recorded at? Now here we go. Here we go. Here's the QSIP reports. Asset-backed receivables. Tell you when a loan originated. Description of the security from Bloomberg. Here's the Bloomberg audit. The original collateral characteristics. There is no collateral. You are the collateral. Your payment is the collateral. And then there's the prospectus that we was talking about. You have the right to all this information. It's public information. And you have to have it. Your chain of title. You're gonna need all this information when you're filing these reports. If you want true remedy, if you want to keep taking it to the higher ups, you want to take it to the SEC, you want to take it to the FTC, because I'm about to show y'all some more. Once I show you these templates, so I want y'all to make sure y'all seeing this. So everybody said looks awesome. Someone says don't go to fraud stoppers. I got somebody. Just holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at me. I got somebody. But look. So let me keep going through the book. Because there's one thing I want to touch for sure. I do not want y'all to forget about SPVs. I need y'all to understand what an SPV is, a SPE, a special purpose entity, a special purpose vehicle. This is what's happening with your name. All right, there's plenty more forms to file with the SEC. I need y'all to know that. So make sure y'all do read the book. And then I want y'all to know how to change your accounting method. So, first of all, your name is a person. The person is an entity. United States means federal corporation. 28 U.S.C. 2002, section 15A. I hope everybody's not new to this. I hope everybody understands that United States means federal corporation. Let me say it just for the sake of this class, because there could be a lot of new people in here. You know, we got 200 people in here. I want to make sure we do it right. So understand a person is a natural person that includes public and private entities. Understand the debt is an amount owed to the United States. If it's not a court created by Congress, then it's a tax issue. So court is any court created by Congress other than the United States Tax Court. So if they got permission from Congress, it's a tax issue. Debt means an amount owed to the United States, and the United States means federal corporation. A person is a corporation under the United States Corporation. The United States is your guardian, okay? United States is your guardian. And they created something called an SPV. We already talked about how the United States is under bankruptcy. So, with that being said, a special purpose vehicle is also called a special purpose entity, a SPE, and is a subsidiary created by a parent company to isolate financial risk. Its legal status as a separate company takes its obligations secure, even if the parent company goes bankrupt. For this reason, a special purpose vehicle is sometimes called a bankruptcy remote entity. So it uses your assets, it uses your labor, so it doesn't have to show its bankruptcy on the record, okay? I need y'all to understand this. So your name is a special purpose vehicle. You're created as a DBA or a child of a guardian. Your guardian is a United States corporation. It created that's the parent company. That's the holding company. It created a special purpose vehicle, which is your name. And it uses your name as an asset. So anything in the public is its asset. Need y'all to understand it. So you still belong to the United States corporation if you're claiming the name, if you haven't distinguished the difference. Now, one more thing I want to also touch is enrolled agents are the highest status in the IRS. Enrolled agent status is the highest credential the IRS awards. All right. Now, you need agents in this game when you're dealing with the public. An agent in legal terminology is a person who has been legally empowered to act on behalf of another person or entity. An agent may be employed to represent a client in negotiation and other dealings with third parties. The agents may be given decision-making authority. Two common types of agents are attorneys who represent the clients in legal matters and stockbrokers who are hired by investors to make investment decisions for them. The person represented by the agent in these scenarios is called the principal. In finance, it refers to a fiduciary relationship in which an agent is authorized to perform transactions on behalf of the client in their best interests. So you are the principal. And a lot of people don't understand that. So the private investor is the principal investor. Understand these key terms because they will not help you if you don't understand these things and can't prove it. The term principal investor means the insured depository institution. You are the principal investor. Always. The principal investors when financial institutions, private equity, firms, or other such enterprises put their own capital or the balance sheet. I started off class talking about this. Under their terms, the term principal investor means the insured depository institution that has the largest dollar amount invested in the equity of a bank service company. You are the principal investor. Remember that. Now, when it comes to agents, I want y'all to know this is why a lot of people rock with me. A universal agent, all they have to be given is power of attorney. You can be a universal agent. You can be a general agent. Now, you could be a special agent. That's why they have special agents in court. Special agents are authorized to make a single transaction or a series of transactions within a limited period. This is the type of agent most people use from time to time. A real estate agent or a securities agent, insurance agent, and travel agents are all special agents. Real estate agents, security agents, insurance agents, and travel agents are all special agents. So understand when you're in court, you are a special agent. When you're dealing with court, you're appointing them as special agents. I know this is the first time you've heard this. Let it be known, man. Let me know in the chat, everybody here. Is this the first time you heard about special agents from Don Kilam? So yes, in the public, the United States is your parent. It's your legal guardian. You're a minority. I just want y'all to know the game, how they're playing games with you, with the legal wordplay, all of that, okay? Understand that. Special agents. I can't make this up. They said just on the Disney Channel. Y'all are crazy. So we got the SPV, special agents, okay? I'm moving fast so we can open up for questions and answers. Now, last but not least, before I get to the templates, understand the accounting methods. You change your accounting method with Form 3115 with the IRS. This is the form. When you get access to the templates, you will have access to these forms. 3115. Change for application and accounting method. All right. And all you have to do is look up cash versus accrual. Okay. Cash versus accrual accounting. That's how you change it. So do it with the accrual method. Accrual method. That's the accrual method is with accrual bonds. So let me show you something. So when you're doing the accrual method, look up something called zero coupon bonds. This is commercial paper now. Commercial paper. So this is what you 1099 OID. A zero coupon bond, also known as a accrual bond, is a debt security that does not pay interest but instead trades at a deep discount. When you come to accrual accounting is a financial accounting method that allows a company to record revenue before receiving payments for goods or services sold and record expenses as they occurred. They use coupons, they use promissory notes, they use bonds. In other words, the revenue earned and expenses incurred are entered into the company's journal regardless of when money exchanges hands. Accrual accounting is usually compared to cash basis of accounting, which records revenue when the goods and services are actually paid for. You're coming in it from a cash standpoint. Yes, 3115 has a 34-page instruction manual. The method follows the matching principle. Under the accrual method of accounting, both the borrower and the lender must report any accrued interest as of each balance sheet date. Accrual accounting uses double entry accounting, where there are generally two accounts used when entering a transaction. This method is more accurate than cash-based accounting because it tracks the movement of capital through a company and helps it prepare its financial statements. It tracks capital. Double entry bookkeeping, this is what they're talking about. For accrued expenses, the journal entry would involve a debit to the expense account and a credit to the account's payable account. So listen to this. For accrued expenses, the journal entry would involve a debit to the expense account and a credit to the account's payable account. And all it is entries, bookkeeping entries. All right. He said, damn, bro, just fucked me up. Everything is bond. This is how you get paid. You're under bankruptcy. There's no money. There's no money. When you're in a bankruptcy, you're under admiralty maritime. When you're falling under the Social Security trust account, they're under public law. I'm gonna try, if my screen froze up, so let me try to get back in there. We're gonna shut down the system, man. Shut down the whole system. Hey, my apologies, my computer froze up. My computer froze up. Let me know if y'all still with me in the chat. Peace and love, peace and love. Y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? The whole computer just shut down. Too much sauce. He said too much sauce. I'm glad y'all still with me. I'm glad y'all still with me. I'm back. Let me get back to it. Let me get back to it. So we're gonna go over these templates now. Let's go over these templates. So the main thing I did want y'all to understand and know is coupon payments and coupon bonds. And that's when you change your accounting. You want to do all of this to get your status right, you know? And in order to accept accrual bonds, you have to be able to accept accrual accounting. You can't do this on the cash method. This is when these bonds can be redeemed. This is when these gift certificates can be redeemed. These dividend checks you're getting every month. You got to learn how to be the investor. They're giving you payments back as the investor. The Social Security Trust is investing every month. You know what I'm saying? These are coupon payments. You think they're bills. They're coupon payments. Bond coupons. A coupon or coupon payment is the annual interest rate paid on a bond, expressed as a percentage of the face value and paid from the issue date until maturity. So until the end of their using your credit, they're going to keep giving you checks. Coupons are usually referred to in terms of the coupon rate, the sum of coupons paid in a year divided by the face value of the bond. And this is why the public debt is so high. is because you're not claiming these as an investor correctly. You keep commenting as a consumer standpoint. And that's okay. The Social Security owns a significant portion of the U.S. national debt. They're sending you these notes every month, and you're sending them more debt notes. So we're going to stay in debt, you know? And as simple as that. They're giving you dividend checks every month. Says, yo, that pack of docs and other information is crazy in depth. Much appreciated. So let me know that's all making sense. I don't want to get too deep on all of this and getting off track. But I need y'all to understand how you're the investor. They always have to record transactions. Everything on paper that they do, it has a value to it. So the first people, yes, that's fact. You don't own anything. You're an investor. You invested your labor. The debt is backed by your labor. Understand that. That's what's attached to the Social Security Trust Fund. I broke that down. The Social Security Trust Fund is paid for by the FICA tax on when you go to work. That's how the government's backed by your labor. That's your investment. FICA funds the Social Security and Medicare programs. Those are your investments. That's proving you invest this already. That should prove right there that you invest in the United States. The national debt comes from the Social Security Trust Fund. 24.5 trillion. That's proof right there that everything is backed by your labor. Is it not? Did I not just prove it? The payroll tax, yes. Did I not just prove it, class? That the Social Security Trust Fund is backed by your labor? Okay. Everybody says yes. Okay. Now, so you're going to want, I got the dispute letters with the Security Exchange Commission when you're able to prove these things. You want the audits, though, truthfully, you do. You don't just want to come in there with no QSIP numbers. I want y'all to know that they're going to laugh at you because you're not proving it. How'd you get the QSIP numbers? Where's your proof? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Now, FINRA, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. I want y'all to know you can dispute and do these claims right online. Matter of fact, it should pop up for me. SEC complaint form. As an investor, now we got FINRA, investor. Now you can also with FINRA, and FINRA is definitely important when it comes to securities. This is they implement GAAP as well. They enforce the law as well. Through its complaint program, let's see what it says. Through its complaint program, FINRA investigates complaints against brokerage firms and their employees. FINRA is empowered to take disciplinary action against brokers and their firms. Sanctions may include fines, suspensions, and borrow from the securities industry to other appropriate sanctions. So when you're figuring out who securitized these agreements, you're going to want to do the complaint against them. They even have an investor complaint brochure, but they also have an arbitration mediation. And they're going to have to pay out of pocket regardless, and they don't want to. They don't want to do that. So FINRA, I know a lot of y'all never heard of them, so let's look them up really fast. It's the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. It's a private American corporation that acts as a self-regulatory organization, the SRO, that regulates member brokerage firms, and exchange markets. All right, and we're going to talk about these people too. FINRA is a successor to the National Association of Security Dealers Incorporation, the NASD, as well as the member regulation. Not that there's going to talk about somebody else. So the Federal Trade Commission, they also have online where you can complain. You can get stuff started. You can do identity theft or just report fraud. So the FTC, and this is the Federal Trade Commission. So y'all can just look at these things. The federal, their mission statement is protecting the public from deceptive or unfair business practices. When you got the proof, you prove it. Now, the NFA, the National Futures Association, and I love these people. And I'm gonna show y'all why. I'm gonna show y'all why. You understand what's going on. When your status is updated, they understand what's going on. You can complain with them directly as well. If you understand what a future is, it's a future contract. Gold and silver, we're in the bankruptcy, so they're saying they'll have gold in the future. You have to pay something in the future. It's going to come to maturity at future. It's a future contract. The trading these agreements. A future contract is a legal agreement to buy or sell a particular commodity, asset, or security at a predetermined price at a specific time in the future. So for future exchanges, in the future, I'm going to give you this house. In the future, you get this car, whatever it may be. It's all fraud. It's fraudulent in the futures contract as well. You can make a complaint with the National Futures Association. Does that make sense, everybody? Now, as royalty, you understand they took the gold. You can complain with them on their website as well. Commodity Futures and Trading Commission. Submit a tip. What's that? But whistleblowing program? You can file your complaint right here, complaint form. They said this is powerful. These are the right people to complain to. I just want y'all to know. Y'all got to understand. So you got to understand gold and silver is a commodity. They took all the gold and silver out. They said they're going to give it to you in the future. They're using the dollar symbol, which is the Mexican peso symbol. You see, that's the dollar symbol right there, the Mexican peso symbol. A lot of people didn't even know that. That's the Mexican peso. But it also is you know, we used to be backed by silver. Our money's supposed to be backed by silver. Silver and gold. A silver certificate. Boom. You know, are we supposed to be backed by gold? Simple as that. That's what a real dollar looks like. A silver certificate backed by silver. Real money. In silver, payable to the bearer on demand. For those who don't know. So understand in their system, silver and gold are commodities. In their system, even though this is legal tender, legal gold, gold and silver is legal money, lawful currency. But in their system, in their game, it's considered a commodity. With that being stated, that's why you have to complain with the right people. That's all I'm saying. The Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, because in the future we're gonna have gold and silver again. Anytime you see that dollar symbol, it represents gold anyways. It's a measurement of gold. It's a measurement of silver. Strike that from the record. So I haven't heard any schools teaching this type of financial literacy. Yeah, I know. But you can submit a tip to them. I gave you all the information. You see it right there. You can call them. You can file complaints. I would fill out the form. Send a letter. After you fill out the form, send a letter with your information, your proof that you're a private citizen. You're part of a tribal community. You're part of a royal family, and they took all your gold away and silver away, and they're giving you these fraudulent contracts. Now, under the FDIC, everybody should understand who the FDIC is. Now, we got somebody else if it's under, if your securities are coming from what's it called, a credit union, I'm gonna show you who you complain with. Mortgages of $250,000, anything else is $200,000. File your complaint after 36 months. They filed it as abandoned property, and they said you quit paying the notes anyways. So this is when you file. After 36 months, any open accounts, they're filing the FDIC claims, and you need to file it after 36 months once they file that 1099-A as abandoned property. And you can file them on checking accounts, mortgages, certificates of deposit, anything. You can't go to jail for enforcing your rights. Can't get in trouble for enforcing your rights. You got the securitization audits. You need to file a complaint with the FDIC. And if fraud is proven, you're guaranteed $200,000. If it's a mortgage, you're guaranteed $250,000 because all these accounts are FDIC insured. And with that being stated, that's a private contract, and the government can't help you because the government can't interfere with private contracts. Now, if it's like a Navy Federal Union, something like that, you want to do the NCUA, the National Credit Union Association, and complain. The NCUA right here. So boom, complaints, improving the customer complaints, file a complaint, NCUA. That's the credit union's version of the FDIC. All right. We already talked about FINRA, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. They're the first people that you should be reaching out to. The Financial Accounting Standards Board. They're the ones that enforce the GAAP as well. So understanding who they are. The Financial Accounting Standards Board. And they're always dealing with accounts. There you go, submit an issue. But all I do is write them. You put them on notice. The International Accounting Standard Board, they're in London. They're international. If you're still not getting remedy, you can make this an international complaint. So I just want y'all to see this. They're real. They're real people. I didn't see anything online, obviously. So in the book, also, access the templates for download to begin your process. There'll be a copy of this call as well. I pretty much went over everything. I'm opening it up for questions and answers. Let me see. Where'd the chat go? There we go. Let everybody let me know in the chat, everybody that's in the class, if y'all found this information of value. Let me know, was this worth it?
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kilam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Kilam reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
Was it worth the $47? Said absolutely. Gems. They said valuable. Yes, it was worth it very much. $1 million worth of game. I like that. I appreciate it. I'm about to open up the class for questions and answers. So let me see how I do this. Can I see somebody with the hand raised? Let me see how we do this. Aria, peace and love, peace and love. I say that right? Aria.
Question: does this work with any so-called loan, like if it's a vehicle lease agreement?
Yeah, as the asset-backed security. Did you see what asset-backed securities are?
I gotta go research it, but it falls under
Yeah,
that.
ABS. Anything that's an asset-backed security. Credit cards, car loans, car lease agreements, they have been securitized.
Okay. I yield.
That makes sense. You don't want to go in this if you don't understand securities. All right, healing fire.
Oh man, peace to the God, man.
Hey, peace and love, man. How you feeling, man?
Feel amazing, man. Really appreciative. Great class. To be honest, this I went ahead and signed up for Kindle about a month ago because that's the best way to get your read on. You've got so many books, man. You've got so many books, bro.
Are you applying it though? Are you applying it?
No, because the foundation is important before.
Indeed. Yeah. My foundation wasn't together at all. So I'm going to tell you, 7 years into starting my foundation, I'm seeing those millions, roll through the accounts. And just because you're seeing millions roll through the accounts don't mean it's sticking either. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that's good. That's pretty transparent for you to say. So, just to be succinct, so I got a forensic audit. My mom's is getting up there in age. I started looking into things for her and everything, rightfully so. So,
but hey, this is sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say, it means a lot to see a melanated brother even know what a forensic audit is.
Oh, so,
yeah, kudos to that, man. Shout out to that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they got 2 expert witnesses with it and everything like that. So it's pretty
Yes.
cool and
May
everything
I
like
ask how
that.
much that cost you?
Yeah, you totally can. It cost me 2,300, and they, you know,
Okay.
I got them to throw in a QSIP lookup. So I did that. I
What that
got
was for a mortgage?
yeah, it's for a mortgage. It was
Okay.
for a mortgage and everything like that. And so it's pretty much being finished up now. So what I'm noticing is like, okay, I was like, wow, you know, at first I was gonna try to go about things with subrogation because there's an insurance issue right now with, you know, and everything like that. I was gonna perform subrogation with the insurance company and step in as a subrogate on that side and step in on the subrogate on the mortgage servicer side and have it executed like that, right? So everybody wins at the end of the day, right? But then I was like, all right, well, I got this mortgage audit coming on the way. I could really just drive this nail in the coffin. What's the best way with what you've, because I like literally, it should be finished up tomorrow. It's about like 600 pages, he said. It's a lot of information. So, what's the best? Basically, where I'm at is recoupment, and I want them to set off my mom's mortgage. And you know what I'm saying? Like, figuring out, I got power over of attorney, doable power of attorney over her situation. You know, I got a living trust getting set up to it.
What state you in?
I'm currently in Atlanta at the moment. My mother
In
is,
Georgia? Okay.
yeah. Thank you, Georgia.
It's all good. It's
Yeah,
all
Emma.
good. That's where you're fighting the case too?
No, Mom. It'll be in New York.
New York, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
New
man.
York.
Hey, if you so right now I am gonna give everybody an offer, you know, like the first I'm gonna say 10 people.
Yeah,
I do a consult for $500. I don't know if you can afford that, but I would love to work with you, man. If you can at least get half to me, I definitely work with you because you already got the securitization audit. You already understand the importance. You got 2 expert witnesses. Do you know that they can be subpoenaed to court because they signed the affidavits?
bro. I'm trying to take him to Chancery, bro. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, that's what it is. That's it. That's equity. Everything's equity, brother.
Everything's
Everything's equity.
equity.
That's what I'm saying. You in tune, bro. You just need to be around the right people.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you said a lot of key words already that you already got established, man.
All right,
And
that
then
makes me feel good.
I don't know, did you get access to the donkilam.com
Absolutely.
for
Yeah, I'm in the
April?
back office.
All right, so April, everybody can have access for April. Everybody that's got this class. Let me put it in the chat. I can't even remember what it's gonna be. The password. I have to look it up real quick. I smoke a lot of weed, but I have the actual paperwork that I filed with them to jumpstart everything. But
Okay, so
when
just go into
you
the back office and because my
yeah,
thing
just
is,
look up the mortgage. Get the mortgage dispute letters.
yeah, I'm pressing play tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I mean, you send me your reply and let me know. Hey, it was me. You know what I'm saying? Send a picture of you or something so I know it was you. I make sure you get them directly. 'Cause I
All
already
right,
know the
definitely.
situation you in. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing everything yourself.
Yeah, I am. I really am. I really am. I'll get that bread up to you.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm glad you got that audit though, because that's going to be the key thing. And you got to understand it's reporting to the right people because you can't go to the people that's causing the problems.
Nah, you can't. I had FINRA down. I had the CFTC down. I had the officer, the whistleblowers. I had the OFCB. I had a few other, nuanced organizations that you don't really hear about all the time. But you definitely just shared. I never even heard of the NFA before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
because we're going after the securities. It's the mortgage-backed
yeah, and it
securities. That
makes,
shit's easy. And
but
has it been over it's been over 36 months,
as far as
the mortgage?
oh yeah,
All
wait.
right, so then they already abandoned the property. They already filed the acquisition on it. And
Listen,
then
man,
check this out.
I
Check
got
this
her
out. I'm gonna give you
UCC.
some more game. I'm gonna give you some. Y'all still in possession of the property?
Yes.
So you make the land private, so they can't even foreclose on the house. They can't even touch the property.
So get the land deed you're talking about,
Yeah,
and
so
then
or
basically do
a
it for
land
60.
trust and Lodeo title. You can create your own land patent,
Do the
but you're gonna have to, and then you're gonna have to do the reconveyance on the record yourself. Because these
overstood,
the reason why they can get off on these things is because they filed that security with the county.
and I did the UCC 11 search in Delaware and in New York just to make sure to see if my mom would pull up as a debtor, and nothing
And she
came.
did. Oh, so you can do it yourself. I like that, man. Hey, Hey, man, excuse my language. You a smart ass nigga, boy. Never ignorant getting goes accomplished, man.
Yeah, now for real, man. Because from what I read in the deed of trust, it talked about everybody's deed of trust apparently has the language for the redemption. And I seen a port in the
Yes.
prospectus. I seen inside of
Yes,
the
bro. Who are you
prospectus,
learning from, man? You just need to get
bro.
around the right people, bro. That's all you need to do to make this shit click for you. That's your only problem.
That's it. That's it.
That's your only
Believe me.
problem, bro. So look, you on a different level. Don't ever second guess yourself, man. Because if I knew what you knew when I was beginning, how long you been doing this?
It's been actively studying like this hard about a year now.
Bro, you're powerful. Listen, man, I'm sitting there, I'm helping people with mortgages. When I first beginning, asking for the deed of trust, not knowing why the shit's working, bro.
Right.
The original deed of trust. If you always ask for the original deed of trust in court, they're not gonna produce it anyways. Case closed.
See that?
Because everything's in the deed of trust, and they don't have the original. They can't produce the original.
Not nothing with the wet signature.
But
you know what
you read
exactly.
that shit? You know, it's due. The loan, the mortgage is not even due upon the maturity of the security in the mortgage itself.
Yo,
you know,
everything
what was it, like a 25-year, 30-year mortgage?
Correct.
Under the deed of trust, if you read it, you'll find the provision. Every deed of trust is like this. It's not, the full payment's not due upon the maturity of the mortgage.
Correct, because she had a prepayment rider associated with it too as well, which allows her to pay the principal in full at any given time that she wants.
At any given time. There you go.
See what I'm saying?
That's
and
it,
then and then the last portion is that land patent that you were talking about inside of the prospectus of the mortgage service company, and that's why these prospectuses are so important, because they tell on themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, they
and
do.
It spoke on a 60-day period in which a person can make a claim. And I was like, yo, they talking about this land patent, man. I was like, yo, they talking about this land patent, but I've been learning from you. This game is just deep, because I just want to say thank you. I can see that it takes a toll when individuals take so much time in their own private lives to be able to help the public. You know what I'm saying? And then it's almost like so much stripping away because you give so much of yourself. And as much as it's clear that we should be unified, we're still working out the kinks. But I feel like this is a process that
I'm definitely unified with the right people. I just want to put that out there. I'm still sitting here hustling in the public, but it's I'm attracting the right people, so to speak. Now I'm listening to you, people like you, it's not hard. I just got to show y'all a few different things. I would love to show off in front of people like you. Just put it like that, because y'all been studying so hard. You just need to get around those right individuals. And I want you to know it took me 3 to 5 years to get around those right individuals. And I'm just now at the point where I have a team. I'm building a team, but this is not what they want to do, is help the public. All the people I do is in the private, and they're helping people in the private. I'm talking about people that's not under contracts but have platinum plaques, platinum records. I'm touching all corners of the earth. Just put it like that. But I appreciate you, Healing Fire, man. Make sure you reach out to me, man. Will Abundance. Make sure y'all raise y'all's hands. Y'all got questions. I see people.
What's going on, Ken? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's good, man?
Sure, man. Flowers to you, man. Much respect and love, man. Appreciate you, man. You highly appreciate it, brother. I've been studying this security information for almost a year now too. So I'm new to the information. I'm trying to soak it all in. And just hearing the last brother, man, I got a ton of questions, but I got to stick to my original questions. So I wanted to ask you one question on the 4852, because you did bring that up.
Yes, sir.
But I also wanted
I like that. Talk about what I talked about.
Got to.
Ask me questions about what we went over tonight.
Because I'm new to that information too, but I be hearing a lot of people say a lot of different shit. So it's like you got to be careful who you listen to out here.
Right.
Misinformation, So I kind of wanted to ask you first on that. How exactly did it go about filing that form? Because I already have filed my taxes the regular way. So
yeah, so like when you're doing it, you want to opt out. You want to be as a as a foreigner. You know, I do WABENs. I mean, that's just how that's how I come at it. I'm not going to do it for as a sole prop or with the social. You're going to want to do it proving that your name is a business or an independent contractor at the very least.
Because I do have my name as an LLC, and I also have my
All
status.
right, because that's who you're going to send the checks to. That's your administrator.
Oh, gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because I
You
know
can
there's so much.
distinguish liability because you got to understand when you're using that social, that's a sole proprietorship, and you know it's illegal anyways. It's a dead entity.
Yeah, definitely is. So
you know you're always liable for the business if it messes up.
Yeah, that's true. Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna study more. And then I also
you
want
don't
to
want to do it as an individual.
Nah, hell no. And also one more question. I'm actually dealing with Navy Federal Credit Union, where I have filed a 1099-A for a credit card debt, and I sent them a copy B, and they refused it to perform on it. And I also sent them a negotiable instrument, which they also refused it. So that's discharge on the UCC3.
You said for what? A credit card?
Yeah, for a credit card account. Yep.
So remember, if I don't know if you listen to the whole class, I would have did a 1099 INT.
INT on it.
I would have claimed the interest, and that would have kept the account open as well. It's not going to close it down. INT, you're claiming the interest.
Yep.
Did you listen to the whole class? Did you hear me talk about the 1099 INT?
Yep. Because
anything over $10. Any
in.
account that you've deposited over $10 and you're due interest, because anytime you're investing in these companies, you're depositing money, you're the investor.
Right. Because I sent them a request for GAAP, and I gave them 21 days to respond. And I know if they don't provide that information, there's a collection on the
then then you'll file your claim with the I would ask for the INT as well. The A is right though.
Yep.
The 1099-A is right. You could have also filed a C or even the OID. If the account's open, the OID will
they closed it
shut
actually
that account down
unlawfully without telling me.
What was that?
Like they closed it unlawfully without telling me.
All right. You can file an OID on it there. You want to?
I'm on the ass, man. So that's just now just filing the complaint with all the
how long was that account open?
Like since 2022.
Yeah, I would definitely make sure. So the A is the right thing. I would do an INT next. I request the INT to whoever the CEO is, CFO.
Yep.
If it's the actual bank, to go to the bank manager, and then you send those copies to the IRS next, then the SEC.
And the SEC. Gotcha. Appreciate you, brother, man.
So I got a book called The Capitalizing Namepreneur. It breaks that shit down too.
Hold on, say it again.
Capitalizing Namepreneur.
Capitalizing Namepreneur.
Yeah, I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm copying both books tonight, man.
So it talks about the 1099 INT, and it talks about other tax credits you can do. So another way you can get these things. So you asked about the 4852 too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another way you could do that, I'm about to show you as well. If you want to remain an individual, you can claim that from it's called a 1040 NR.
1040 NR.
But you're going to make sure your status is correct, right? So you're a foreigner. You're coming at it as a foreigner.
1040 and NR. Oh shit.
You would just file an amendment, do a 1040 NR, and claim it. You know, I would do a WABEN and make sure that you're updating your status as a foreigner. I use 8 USC 1408 on my WBEN.
1408?
That code. Yeah, 1408.
You said W8BBN?
W8BEN. I'll show you the form.
BEN. Okay. Ben.
Yeah. Ben. Nationals but not citizens of the United States at birth.
Oh shit, look at that.
If you're part of my university, man, you get access to all this on donkilam.com.
I'm gonna have to be.
Yeah, you go to onlyfans.com/donkilam. That's how you get access to
it. Because it's like no matter how much reading I do, bro, it's just so much information, bro.
You'll get all these forms. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle, man. To be honest with you, but
I'll be hours and days reading.
Let me go to this form. I'm trying to pull it up for you, man. There it is.
Oh, eight. Okay. Oh, 8.
We use this instead of birth certificates too, you know. Oh, you get passports with this a lot. I just send it in and get it approved to get it stamped approved, and then I just use that copy and send it to people. You see, it's making you a beneficial owner. You're not even an owner. Because the owner doesn't control everything. You want the beneficial interest.
So send these with the 4852 or do that separately?
No, the 4852 would go with the 1040 NR.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's all tax forms, man. You're just updating the tax. You're just updating the credits. These are credits. When you file forms, it should be a tax credit. Anyway.
It's
I'm never gonna fill out something when it's gonna debit me. Like that's stupid. I don't operate like that.
Nah, fuck no. Yeah, I'm definitely getting both them books today, bro.
All right, man. No doubt, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Kim.
Yes, sir. All right. We got Manuel Delgado. What's good, man?
Good, brother.
What's up,
you know I'm tapped in, fam.
Hey, this Manny.
You know I'm tapped in.
Hey, this Manny.
Yeah, you know who it is, man.
We just had a call, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Peace and love, man. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, I don't want to say too much, but for everybody in here, get your consults, get your paperwork right through the consults, so then you know what to do next. I'm just waiting on my paperwork to come through. If you don't know how to do that, get the consult.
There you go. I appreciate you, man. And I still got you too. Whenever you want to do another call, I got you, man, because you the go.
My paperwork's in the process. I hit up what you told me to do. I won't say too much, because if y'all ain't there, you need to get there. You know what I'm saying?
And they help you out too, man. If you reach out to them, they help you out. They're there for you. If you need them, send an email. They get back to you.
I haven't reached out. I gave them all the info they asked for. I did everything they asked for. I'm just waiting on my stuff to come through the mail.
So what I want to say is that actual credential card that they give you once your paperwork is good, that when we got pulled over just last week, that's the actual credential card he gave him. He gave him nerves. I give him mine that I made myself, but he gives them nerves because it's part of their community.
And I saw what they gave me for like a plate with the thing on it. I was like, oh, that's hard.
Hey, it's official too.
I got the full package. I didn't cheap out. I spent the bread. I'm trying to get this shit right.
I know that's right, man.
Right, you know what I mean?
I appreciate you, man.
My sister tried to hit me with some bullshit on the. So I'm showing her this stuff, right? Because she fucks with accounting. Excuse my language. And she hit me. She went on the IRS thing, and the IRS has like it's almost like a disclaimer, and them trying to cover their own ass, where they're trying to say that the straw man situation is a frivolous argument. Like they don't. If you break down frivolous, it's a silly argument, and in there they try to act like they don't take it serious. And I'm telling my sister, I'm like, yo, you ain't read the magic of words to break down the wording. In it, they're calling you a citizen. That if you read, she's not understanding the wording. It don't. That's why people gotta tap in. They gotta get this information, because the IRS will play you just with the words.
Right, that's it. That's it. They wordplay.
Where they're opting out in the little disclaimer, they're saying that the straw man shit is not valid. That you're a citizen.
Yeah, that's why I come at it from a business aspect. We come at it from the business aspect.
And I'm trying to get my sister to understand that, because she fucks with accounting, but she's like, I'm like, yo, sis, your brain's off. Like, you're not retaining this information I'm trying to
You gotta sit down with some Amish people, that's all.
Yeah, nah. But yo, everybody in here, tap the fuck in, man. Spend that 5, spend that stat, whatever it is, spend it. Straight up, spend it.
I appreciate you, man. He was patient too. He was patient. It took us a couple days, but we made it happen.
Listen, I'm still patient. My paperwork in here, I'm still like, I'm gonna ride this wave.
Hey, but look, bro, I didn't think, the only reason why I tell people to even, we got the private console, I hook you up, tell you go there. The only reason why I do that, because they definitely don't pay me. I don't get no cuts. Is because the success I have with the IRS, just off their paperwork alone.
Yo, Finn, people don't even understand. the council, the file I got in my email from you, they're bugging out. They're spend the money and see what drops in your email, my peoples.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Spend the money, see how your email get lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate you,
bro.
homie, man. Much peace and love.
Appreciate you. Peace and love.
Hey, that's lit. That's lit. His energy is lit too. I got iPhone. What's
It's
good?
me. Yes, I'm so happy. I even got me a 9 to 5 done. Come on. I'm in Chicago. I got
I'm
me a
in
9 to
Chi-Town too. What's good, girl?
Yes, I got me a 9 to 5 to get this together because I was Meek the Zillionaire. She had
Okay.
did my QSIP and she had told me to get my birth certificate authenticated. But you say do it another way, so I'm just lost on how to do it.
I'm just saying, I mean, hey, you gotta choose one group and one stick with them.
I
You know
know
what I
that's
mean?
why that
Because you know, I mean, I'm actually hanging out with millionaires. I don't know who you spoke on, or I don't even like people bringing another name to my platform. But I don't know none of them people. I hang out with multimillionaires every day, and now I'm connected to billionaires, and now I'm just one step away from my first trillionaire. But
that's what's up.
Yeah, I'll be there soon. Yeah, so
yeah, and I'll be there, and I'm gonna see you too. I'm saving my money.
The reason why I don't authenticate the birth certificate is because you're going to control what you create. If I show a birth certificate, Chicago PD will take your black ass to jail, won't they? Well, if I show them a tribal birth certificate, they're going to look at it and say, hold up, who's this nigga?
Okay.
All right, and then if you authenticate it, I can definitely prove you're a U.S. citizen. Is them your signs and symbols? Do you have children?
Yes.
Could you could create your own baptismal certificate, couldn't you? You take them to church to get a baptismal certificate?
I'm learning from you. I'm only
listen. When you had your children in the hospital, they needed your permission to create a birth certificate, right?
Yes, I read the book. I read your book.
I mean, you gave them permission. You know what I mean? Is there a birth certificate for a dog, a wild horse? So that means the government don't own it. The government can prove they own you, and they're trading with the enemy with your birth certificate. Can you even get an original copy, or is that a certified copy?
Man, it's crazy.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, nobody in America has their original birth certificate.
Okay,
it's a certified copy.
Okay.
You don't have the wet ink signature of nothing.
Right.
That's not the original form. They give you a certified copy that your birth certificate has been registered. Correct.
Correct.
So if you wanted Don Kilam's autograph and it was worth something, could you get paid off a copy, or would you get paid off the original signature?
The original.
Okay, then. So why would they would only authenticate something original. Don't authenticate a certified copy of a birth certificate. That's all I'm saying. You can only control what you create.
Yeah.
You know your ancestors was royalty, right? You heard of Mansa Musa?
No, I haven't.
You ever heard of King Tut?
No.
What about Malcolm X?
Yes.
Well, have you seen his birth certificate?
No.
All right, then. Only slaves got certificates.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, a lot of sense.
All right, then.
Well, I'll see you when you come to Chicago.
I'm already in Chicago, baby. I'm in Chicago. Oh, yeah. I'll be back Monday.
I thought you said you was doing something in June.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to Vegas, and then I'll be back Monday. I got a Chicago event July 26th, though.
Oh, it's July the 26th. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's one I said.
Tap in with me, Chi-Town. I fuck with Chi-Town. Y'all love me out here.
Yes. You have a wonderful night.
You as well. Thank you for joining the class.
Thank you.
Xavier. What's good? Xavier St. Clair. I don't know how y'all raise y'all's hands. Raise your hands. I'm just going through the raised hands. What's good? What's good, Xavier St. Clair? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Your mic ain't working, man.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
All right. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing grand. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, bro. I just had a quick question for you. I already got my estate EIN, but I was having trouble with the foreign grantor's trust EIN. They kept asking for like a fax, like
what they doing? They asked you for a what?
They wanted like a fax right immediately. Like while I'm talking to them, they're like, "Well, can you fax it to us right now?" And I don't have a fax machine.
Well, you can go online, go search Google free fax online.
Or
you can send fax online for free, man. That was your only issue?
That and I was having trouble with Cash App. I was trying to get the audit, but really though, I just want to just get an hour with you too. I can book that through the phone number.
Yeah, send the phone number. I got Bitcoin, or you can send a bank wire. But I just use one of these. You see what I'm saying? I think it was this one, gotfreefax.com. Now, secondly, I'm about to. Do you have the full info on how to set up the 98 number?
Well, I had downloaded a PDF and it had like instructions, but it didn't go on the phone how the instructions said it was gonna go.
What happened? Did you get it from me or you got it from someone else?
Oh no, it's just a place that have them. It's a place you subscribe, and they just let you get it unlimited PDF. If they got it, you can download it.
All right, I'm about to show you my screen. You let me know if it looks like this.
All right.
Does it look like this right here? You still there, Xavier?
Yeah, I'm here. I was looking at it.
Does it look like that?
I think that is. No, that's not it.
All right, so I'm gonna put that one in the chat for you. All right.
All right.
Let me know if you get. Can you got access to the chat?
That's hard.
So I want you to know I like to fax everything in too, and then it has the actual PDF on what you're supposed to fill out, on how you fill out. Now don't get confused. Go ahead. If you got a I use a Switzerland address. Now this is a more that use this, so they're still using and saying the country is foreign to the United States corporation. So I use Puerto Rico and got one, and I also use Switzerland and got one as an address. If you need a different address, I would get a foreign address. I wouldn't even use a U.S. address. You can go to ipostal1.com and you can get one for like $10.99 a month. I'm talking about they have them out the country too. This is where I got my Switzerland address and my Puerto Rico address.
All right, so look, I got it. I have an LLC, but it has a business in the LLC. Can I use that for my trust too, or no?
Yeah, you can use that. Whatever you want to do, man. Okay. Just make sure you get the number. You can worry about everything else later.
All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna book that call with you ASAP.
Yes, sir. Much peace and love. Hey, man, I'm about to. So I got other people online, but I'm gonna holler at Supreme Day because he look official, man. Hey, what's good, man? I see you waiting there patiently.
Hey, peace, Islam, good brother.
Hey, Islam, how you feeling? You from St. Louis, man?
Man, I'm from the Lou, man.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, man. Hey. I've been checking you out for a minute, man. I love all the content, all the
rep
info.
North County, but West Florissant Pope changed my life. That's why I'm here where I'm at now.
That's it. I already know, man. I'm on the West right now, man. I'm in right there in the West End. Yeah. So I'm looking at. So I had a question. So I went through like a foreclosure. And I'm like, okay, and they're in possession of the property. But I'm like, I know for a fact, like you were saying with the trust, I mean with the title and the deed.
The deed of trust.
Yeah. So my thing is I can still get that property back, right? I can still
How
get that.
How long ago was it?
What it was
since they foreclosed it.
It was April of last year.
Oh shit, you might be able to get it back. I know for sure you can get the funds and everything attached to it back because you can go back you can go back 36 months to 48 months.
Okay. Because because basically it was grandma's and then it was my mother. My mother passed and I was just like, man, I'm done. I was done. And I was just like, it was so much going on. And I'm like, okay, I know I got to start paying this mortgage, but I know for a fact, what was you about to say?
I'm in a similar situation. You know, my grandma just passed and my mom just passed, and there's a lot of land, there's a lot of property. It's a headache, really.
Yep, I got some on Enright, and then I mean after my father passed, so it's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of land. And so my thing is, I'm like, my sister really wants the house. I'm like, it was the family house that we grew up in, but I was just like, let me just go ahead and get this property back so she can go ahead and stay in the property. And I'm looking at, I'm like, if I can get that property back, you know, and I'm just like, the way they went about it was just all, I'm like, this is it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm most definitely gonna book a consultation, and I'm looking at my daughter. Yeah, and then my daughter, like my son, my child's mother went on and grabbed him a birth certificate after like 5 years. So we did natural childbirths at home with both my children.
That's tight.
Man, it was beautiful, man. So I'm looking at, but my daughter is 3 and she doesn't have a birth certificate or a social security number. So that's another thing that I want to kind of tap in with.
All right. So what we're doing, and the people that I work with, they do baby land deeds, but you can also use affidavits of birth, baptismal certificates, patents and nativity. There's a company that does those, and they actually hold up as well. Wow. So I want you to see this as well. I don't want to show too much information, but this is the password for donkilam.com and Don Kilam University for the month of May. It's going to be May Flowers. May, capital M, space flowers, capital F.
Let me see that. Let me see that pen.
So you can get, so you're going to be able to get access to my dispute letters for foreclosure processes. So I need y'all, when I dispute the music mortgage, I'm already operating like it's in foreclosure. Because usually after 36 months, it's already foreclosure behind the scenes and people don't know it.
Okay.
So it's been fraud for years. We get the securitization audit, you'll be able to get everything. And it's been a year. So, I mean, you can go back anywhere between 3 years to 5 years.
Okay. Because, yeah, it was, I'm like, man, grandma had it. And then they basically, they got all.
And then in Missouri, so you make your name an LLC in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would make your grandma's name and your mom's name a DBA under your LLC.
Now, that's a cold-blooded piece right there.
I mean, my stuff's in Missouri. Jeffrey Wayne McBride Jr. LLC. My kids' names are DBAs. It's $100 for an LLC. It's like $8 for the DBA in Missouri.
Yeah, I think so it's not 25? I could have sworn it was like 25.
No, it's like 100, 125. It's been a minute. It doesn't change.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm
tax on a trust, $400 if you do a trust, register a trust in the public.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through all that with you with the consultation, because I wanna go ahead and get everything finalized, because years ago we set up a temple here and everything just went to it didn't go right. We was on Blackstone and more.
See, people don't understand. Temple One's really in St. Louis. I ain't gonna get too deep. I want to argue with none of the Moors. They think it's Chicago and St. Louis. Jerry Lewis Bay and it was popping, man.
Yeah, no, it was rocking and roll. So
hey, listen, understand that's who I came up under, is Jerry Lewis Bay and them.
So guess what? My children's mother, that's her uncle. That's her uncle.
I'm talking about the people connected to them that brought me up. They was hitting armored trucks and shit. They was
hey man, the whole 9. Hey, look, I heard some stories. Hey, look, that was going.
Hey, bro, it was. Hey, they really. It's like really, like literally. This is why I thought Moors was a gang at first.
Nope.
No, but it's really for the brotherhood. It's really for the family, and it's just sometimes they're gonna get it by any means necessary. But this is where I learned the law from. I came up under all them brothers, man. Guy named Timothy Anderson Bay, man.
Oh, and man, I know Tim. Tim L.
Timmy, man. He got the hazel eyes, man.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Oscar Mims. He's from Jennings.
Yep. So you probably know. What Tim Anderson, well, he go by Tim L. You know, he go by Tim L. It's so many of them, man. So,
but he was connected to the music people too. He knew a lot of people, man. He was connected with Tupac and everybody.
Yeah. I mean, BMF. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, Jay, I'm connected to all of them. A lot of people don't even know. I'm not gonna get too deep because I am on the line. But just know, if y'all don't know who Meathead is, just know the rapper Future started in St. Louis.
Yep. Yeah, that black, just black. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah.
I'm about to see Chingy and Jaquan all in this weekend, man.
Wow. Yeah. So tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock in with you. I'm gonna make sure I DM you, and then I'm gonna go ahead and lock in the consultation. Yeah, and then whenever you in town, man, let's link up, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it. I'm in the shop right now, so not too far, man.
Okay. All right. Peace and love, good
Much
brother.
love. I appreciate you. Oh, we got RLSE. RLSE. What's good?
Peace. How are you this evening?
All right, peace and love. Peace and love. How you feeling?
I'm good. So I used to work in accounting for 5 years, and we did accrual accounting for the corporation. So when you talk about GAAP, and when you're talking about double entry accounting, there's a lot that comes with that in my mind.
I'm still learning.
Because with the corporation, I mean, you have to create a chart of accounts, which means that every transaction has to have a GL account, a general ledger account that's associated with it. When you talk about, hitting the debit on one side and the credit on the other side, that chart of accounts helps with that. So I was interested to see if you were going to go into that in this class.
Basically, I'm just was going into just getting the securities and filing from the security standpoint. And then being able to enforce we want the full accounting. I want all the information that comes with this. And a lot of people do not understand that, even with courts. So that's where I learned this first with court, because they make you think the only thing they have is a motion of discovery, when you have the right to see the books. They have a whole clerk there. They have every clerk is a CPA in the courtroom. So this is the aspect that I'm going about, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I understand what you're talking about, because there's a way to do it when you're in court. That's easy, right? Because that's
not to everybody,
one commercial. Yeah, well, that's one commercial transaction that is equivalent to one entry, right? That's not how I live every day in and out, where I am I'm utilizing utilities that need to be accrued and accounted for. I'm utilizing, transactions in my day. Like I'm receiving statements that have coupons on it that need to be accounted for, right, with this GAAP. So when you're talking about a court case, that to me, that's easy. It's just, okay, how much are we talking about? Okay.
Hey, but I love that you say that, but it's not easy for everybody. But not even accountants even talk to me like you're talking to me either. So they might look at me like I'm crazy, but if that makes sense.
Right. Right.
But they're securitizing those agreements. So my main thing is just proving that they're securitizing the agreements. And then to be honest, so I'm at the standpoint is, to be honest, nobody is really doing nothing wrong. So I don't want nobody to get upset with me when I'm saying that, because even though we're pointing and saying fraud, they're really not doing fraud, because you signed up for everything that you're doing.
Right.
And the same way with the courts, they're always honorable. So we just have to point out the mistakes. But I always say there's not full disclosure. When you discover fraud, you can pull these things back up and get them looked at.
Okay, so to summarize it, are you saying for everything that has an account number, it should have an accounting? The history of the accounting is held in the securitization. Once you get that, then you can utilize the entities such as the IRS and their tax forms to do the accounting.
Yeah.
And get
and
balance it out.
Yes, and that's who I have do it for me, because we're really not supposed to input nothing because they're the tax experts.
Right.
Not us.
Okay.
But when you come in as an individual or a consumer, like, they expect you to fill in the numbers because you're incompetent. That's really what you are. But I did want to show you something. The reason why, let me share my screen. The reason why I started doing these audits and accounts, because I wanted to know what was going on with stuff like this. So I had a student, he's in Boston. This is his bill right here. And then he changed his accounting. He changed his accounting method, opened up a trust. And he was able to deposit these coupons into that trust account. And they would offset his bill. Does that make sense? So you see where his name right here?
His name, right.
There's a regular name, regular individual account. He changed the name into a trust account, retitled the bill into the trust, and he was able to take that $2,000 bill and deposit it into his account. It became a credit on that bank account, that trust account, and a debit on the actual bill. And he did it with another account as well. With Comcast.
Are those two different statements? The first statement was within his name, and then the second one was in the trust?
This one's just a trust right here. But the other one, this one was just the first bill. The first statement's his name. That one is 6/1/2022, and then 9/16, my birthday. 9/16/2022, yeah.
Okay, got it.
You got two different.
Okay.
The bills are never negative. The bills are always a positive balance.
Always positives, right. And they,
A dollar bill is a negative. It's a debit.
Right.
So that's where I got that's where I get all the information. This is why I wanted to really start auditing accounts to see what happened. What happens when you deposit these and they accept it? What's going on? So I know there's a fraud somewhere.
Right. Okay. So does your book, the 49, the book that you're advertising, does that go into everything that needs to be done to do what you just showed me?
Yeah, with everything that I do. Then the Gifted Guardians is called Check Please. That shows what they did. So I had another student open up an all right, so that student opened up an unincorporated association and won the actual trust.
Okay.
All right. Now I don't do none of that. I just write my business expenses off.
Okay.
That's what I do personally.
Do you have a book that talks about how you could write all of your expenses off?
No, I do it under a 508c1a. I do it under an unincorporated association. I do it under a church. I can't show this affidavit yet because I'm about to send it to my attorney right now. But they're looking. They want to know. They asked me. They want some proof of income, right? Because I'm in a court case.
Right.
And what I actually sent them was an affidavit proving that I have a stipend and fringe benefits, and I take $1 a year as a board member.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does. That's clever.
All right. I'm glad you understand it because you're an accountant. But reach out to me directly. I would love to work with you directly for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I hit you up in where were we, in Atlanta in was that November? 11/11. You.
Oh yeah. It was. I was there. You told me you was an accountant.
I did not tell you I was an accountant.
We talked. We talked.
Yeah, you gave me. Yeah, you blessed me. I had 3 books, and I said, "How much are these books?" And you said $20. And I said, "Okay, a piece." And you said, "No, just give me $20. I'm good."
Don't tell nobody else. They think I'm an asshole. Don't tell nobody else.
No, no, you're not that. No, yeah. So I'll hit you up.
Yeah, I want to know who you are directly. Yeah, if you can send me you can send me the number or email me. Let me know. Like we talked. I'm the accountant. We met in Atlanta. I'll work with you. I'm in Chicago right now, but I'm always in Atlanta too.
Okay. Well, I'm from Maryland, so.
Okay, shout out to Maryland. Oh, you came from Maryland. I remember you now.
Yeah, I came from Maryland. Uh-huh.
Okay, I remember you now. All right, I got you. Much peace and love. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate.
She the GOAT. I'm glad we reconnected. Thank you. What's up, Julie? What's good? How you feeling, Julie? Trying to unmute you. Gotta hit unmute. I want to show y'all something. What's up, Julie?
I'm all right. My husband had to get the cordless or wireless keyboard to get it unmuted. That's all right.
It's all good. How y'all feeling?
All right. I've been better. I've been worse. Now the liver's going, but we ain't got time to worry about that. It's about making the money. So I got a couple of questions on that.
Let's go.
So on what we learned today that you shared with us, I want to make sure I understand. This is something I can use with the courts with the restitution still in force?
Yes, because you heard the accountant say the courts is easy.
Well, we've been out of court for 10 years, but we still got the restitution. So I wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah, so that means the court case is still active. Okay. That means that bond has not matured. That's a big ass bond.
It is $1.5 million a pop.
You want to come for the books though. You want to audit the accounts. You're addressing the clerk out the gate, the clerk, and then the state's attorneys.
Okay, that works for me. They all retired, but they got some more. I want my money back.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I need that money.
I just seen people get remedy with court too. They're getting big ass checks.
Okay.
So this is why every court, they tell you it's going to be 5 years in jail or such and such fine.
They didn't give us that choice. I took it.
All crimes are commercial.
Years and $1.5 million.
All crimes are commercial.
Back so you and I can work some stuff out.
Right. All crimes are commercial, though.
I've learned that now. I've been.
All the judges is the fiduciary. You gotta understand the clerk. They're there to handle the books and stamp the papers, certify the documents.
Okay. So now we just need to do our trust so we can do those, our monthly bills, the securities and the coupons.
No doubt. Or the unincorporated association.
Okay.
All you need is a constitution and a banking resolution. That's it. You can make that on ChatGPT on your phone.
But we don't want to do that through a public bank. We want to find a private bank to do it.
I use Truist. Truist is cool. I'm saying I do use Truist in the public. If you can get access to Truist Bank,
you don't have one out here. We in the
you might have to set one up online.
Okay.
But yeah, private banking, no doubt.
So each one of us need one.
Yeah, I would do one and make them make each other the trustees of your own too.
Okay.
Make y'all both trustees.
What? Yeah. Do you have questions too?
What's going on, Don? How you been?
Hey, what's good, man? How you feeling?
Man, I feel both hands all the time, brother. I got something. I talked with my father. I haven't seen him since I was 17, and I was adopted. So my father blessed me with the original live birth certificate with both footprints, my mother's signature and his signature. Ain't never been filed. And so he sent that to me. I just got it. So now I can get to change my name over to my blood name instead of the adopted name.
Oh, that's what's up.
So my wife wants me to authenticate it.
No, I asked if you should.
And I don't know if we should.
I don't authenticate no birth certificate. That's what I'm telling you. I don't. I create my own tribal birth certificates, patents, and nativity. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Bible records. I don't use nothing with the state seal on it. That's their seal. United States is a tribe. Every state is a country, and it all belongs to the United States.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I read it with the Supreme Court. There was a ruling back from around 1700. It said that every state was a nation.
It is. but they're all bankrupt and they're getting their funds from the United States.
Yeah, you got a point.
So you know they gonna follow the United States rules.
I'm with you. You got
You know,
it.
hope that makes sense. Y'all out there in Oklahoma, right?
Negative,
no, we're in Kansas.
Oh, Kansas, you close to Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
The tornado.
So you know they got tribes right around right up the street, right?
Right.
Are you think any of those tribes are going to use an Oklahoma birth certificate? Because technically they're in the bounds of Oklahoma.
He's got a point.
But we can both give each other a baptismal and make that.
Yeah, no doubt. You got baptized as soon as you came out that thing. That's why they call it a contraction. It's your first contract.
But we can come back out of that with a new baptismal, right?
Yeah, you can be born again.
Okay, I'm born
That's what
again.
it's called, being born again.
I told Julie she could write her own birth certificate. I said, you can put your own feet on it. She said, I'm too big. I said, nah, just stick your feet on 2 pieces of paper. I said, put it on the computer, shrink it down.
There you go.
Right back on there.
Don't encourage him, Don.
That's right, though.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Peace and love. Hey, they funny. Hey, Makuru Hutch, what's good, man?
What's happening, Brother John?
Hey, what's good, man? You been rocking with me for a minute. How you feeling?
I'm okay, man. How about yourself, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Man, I just want to tell you, man, appreciate you coming on, man, in light of what went on with your mom, man.
Man, it's all good. Everything happens for a reason. Just know, man, boy, about to get paid out. I know it don't replace my mama, but just know, man, we get paid. My mama knew what she was doing. So did my grandma, man.
Right. I had a situation of a past year, more than a past year, but my dad passed. I kind of got out of touch with a lot of things over the last year until he transitioned.
I'm about to get out of touch too, because you gotta understand, I'm getting paid. I'm not gonna keep stressing myself out trying to raise people's vibrations.
Right. Hey man, you just mentioned something about Truist, man, on the unincorporated association, man. I opened an account.
So Truist is a public bank now. So I just want to throw that out there. So things can change at any given moment. But I'm telling you, the government officials who be campaigning, they go to Truist Bank.
Okay. Yeah, I opened up something with them with a 98 number.
You opened up a 98 number there?
Yeah.
Let's go. So I opened up another corporate association there, WABN, didn't have to show them no social.
Wow, I messed up.
I've done it with Chase before too, but Truist was just so easy. And then the lady accessed some other accounts and showed us some stuff and showed us some people that was in the government. Like, look, they opened up accounts just like you. I'm like, that's confirmation I need to hear.
Okay, I got a question, man.
Let's go.
What would you assume with the securities? I kind of heard you mention it with one brother. When you do with the securities for, like, say my pop who passed and his previous accounts, could I go back and audit stuff that went on with him?
How long ago was it he died?
This past October.
Yeah, no doubt. I would just do a DBA as his name. You know, you're the essence and extension of your father.
Right.
You know, or you can even make his name an LLC and make your name a DBA, and you're working on behalf of the LLC. However you want to do it, whatever makes sense.
Okay. And one last question, I guess. That example that you showed of that audit, how long did it take for that guy to get that audit, and when he got his result?
Man, it don't take nothing but a week, sometimes 2 weeks. It don't take long at all.
Okay.
And you heard the other guy who hopped on from St. Louis, he said that you're going to have an expert witness. They're going to sign it, affidavit, all of that.
Okay, I got a childhood friend, man, that's an accountant. And I've been trying to share this information with him. He said he has done forensic audits. Does it have to be somebody that is Bloomberg certified, or can he get
No,
that?
they don't have to be Bloomberg certified, but as long as you're getting a forensic audit, you got a auditor, someone that's doing the forensic audit of the securities. They're going to get the note, and then they're going to trace it all the way to the security.
Okay. Last thing, man, when you coming to H-Town, man?
Well, Houston, I'll be there soon. I'll be there soon. Be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout. I'll be there soon. I got a touchdown in Houston. I still owe some people some stuff down there.
You still sending out stuff to the private members? Because I kind of, like I said, I kind of got.
You got to hop on the OnlyFans, man. That's where everything's at now.
Okay.
OnlyFans. Yup.
All right. Man, I appreciate you taking time out, man, and doing what you're doing tonight.
Yes, sir. Much peace and love.
I won't hold you up.
Yes, sir. Much peace and love. I appreciate you. I'm going to take, I got just a few more questions I'm going to take. So don't nobody else raise their hand. All right. It's getting late. It's getting late. We've been on here going on 3 hours. It's getting late. Gene, what's good? Peace, peace. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. What's up, man?
How you doing, brother? First, I just want to say, like everybody else, man, thank you for your time, brother. Everything you shared was very helpful. Been studying for a while now. Been moving forward with some things, but like yourself, and I mean, the last brother brought it up. My mother recently passed, so I first want to send my condolences to you as well. My mom passed
thank you.
in February, and so my question was, because I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna do the consultation because I definitely been driven by a few things that I've been finding out after her passing. Obviously, some creditors is still,
right.
tapping into things and so on and so forth. So I want to tap in with you because I want to pretty much undo everything that needs to be done. And I heard some advice you gave to the other brother about the DBA or the LLC. So I'm gonna do my research and due diligence on that as well. But I'm gonna definitely tap into you. But my question was, my question is rather, her passing. I had a power of attorney. We was working on some things prior to her passing. Obviously, my mother is, I would just say, like everyone else, very skeptical of everything that's going on because her herself was learning it from me sharing it with her. So we didn't do anything, right? Very recently, even upon her passing, and I laughed as I kept hearing you say, I don't do nothing with their birth certificate. I don't do nothing with their birth certificate. I had another friend, he literally forced me to like authenticate her death certificate, birth certificate, all so on and so forth.
I will authenticate a death certificate now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was he. Again, I just listened to him because obviously I was going through what I was going through and having the urge to say like, yo, you know what? We got to move forward on everything. And he just like, yo, this is the first step. This is the first step. And I was like, oh, whatever. Even though again, I'm so tapped in and tuned, I just got lost in the nature of what was happening at the time. But since I did do that, I could still move forward and that could still not count against me.
Yeah. So, you don't have to use that as identification to identify just because you have authenticated. Now the first thing I'm going to show you, if I was overseas and something was happening, is I would want to authenticate a birth certificate overseas and there's an issue because you want to show you're a U.S. citizen outside the United States jurisdiction, if that makes sense. It's trading with the enemy over here.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And then I guess
I learned this is with my African friends. I was like, how did you come over here? How did you get a passport? The tribal chief talked to the African government and they created documents together. And that's how they get their passports.
Copy. Hey, look. I guess every little piece count, right?
Yeah, that's it. I learned from different countries. I'm like, how y'all get to America?
Right. I mean, I obviously I'm not going to catch you in Vegas. I'm definitely going to tap in with you in Chicago because, like you said to the other brother, and this is what I wanted to piggyback on when you said like you know a lot. You just got to get tapped into the right people. That's kind of how I feel like I am. I
That's it.
understand
That's what
everything
most
that's
of
going
us.
on.
I want y'all to know that's what most of the community. I said most, not all, because some of these people are just dumb. Even some of y'all that dropped that donation in my class. Hey, no, but I appreciate y'all dropping the donation for seeing the truth, man. You want to just, but I want everybody to understand what this class today and learn anything is. Everything is an account. Run an audit. Demand an audit.
Right. And I guess to button up my questions, I understand the whole point, the whole mission. So my question is, you said that since I authenticated everything, I don't have to use it. And obviously I'm gonna tap in with the consultation with it. But all of the securities that literally was Ren and her and so on and so forth, like overall, that's what you was alluded to about you about to get paid because now you like the beneficiary of all that.
Right. That's your whole point of status correction.
Right.
Is being able to claim those securities. You know, that's what the private status paperwork.
Right. So I will be able to claim it as my status is corrected, even though my mother passed away.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay, absolutely.
Like I said, you can make her name a business and put your name under hers. You know, you claim your extension of your mother, period. And once you'll be the beneficiary of her. Does that make sense? Of her securities and everything.
Absolutely. And then that was the goal. And again, like I said, my buddy, he just was like, yo, this, and I even against knowing my better judgment, I just kind of
I only talk to people that get money. So if that nigga ain't getting no money, don't listen to him.
Yo, listen, man. That's why I'm there with you, dog.
Hey, if he not tapping into millions and billions of dollars, don't listen to him.
That's why we tapped in, man. That's So like I said, I'm gonna put a little memo when I send for my consultation so you can remember me. I just put WOMs or something, but definitely want to tap in with that and everything you got going on, man. I want to finish by saying, I know you saying your time is up soon, but I just want to say thank you for the time you do give us, man. Everybody who's tapped in and who's already in tune with that, man. I know they've been benefiting even just from your IG videos and everything, because I know I do. So I know
appreciate that. I appreciate that,
man. So 100%. Keep doing it, brother, and keep shining, man. I'll see you soon.
Much peace and love. I appreciate that for sure. We got Murph. What's good, Murph? Murph. Gotta keep it pushing, man. All right. Lower his hair. Mustafa, what's good, man? You was patiently waiting.
Yo, I appreciate that. How you feeling, my brother?
Hey, what's good, Mustafa? You got a powerful name.
Thank you, brother. I mean the chosen one. I'm Muslim.
Yes, sir. I'm Muslim too. I go by Malik Kilam, man.
Yes, sir. Islam. Yes, sir. Hey, I got a situation where I got a civil case, right? With a car repo, right? And it started like in last December. I went in as a special appearance. The judge wasn't trying to hear it. They were like, "Oh, that's some shit you heard off the internet." I'm like, "No, it's for real." I had the case law in front of me and everything, right? But we was on the Zoom and stuff, right? So they continued it, telling us, "Well, we don't do that. We'll have to come in with the right guy next time." So the next time I did the same thing. I'm like, "Man, I'm here on special appearance, you know what I'm saying? Subrogation and substitution." They still weren't trying to hear it. So the third time they continued it, they defaulted. Like, well, okay, listen, you can't be coming in. You ain't no lawyer. You ain't here on pro se. And I understand that pro se
stuff. You didn't have no standing in court because your status wasn't corrected. So you got status, standing, and identity. Once your status is corrected on court, then you have standing in court.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So identity, status, and standing. They identify you. That shows your status. And then when you in the right status, that shows what you have rights for. So you need to understand. You need to come in as something. You need to be suing them or something. Make your name a business, so it's private.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you told me that because
you're going in there identifying with documents that's theirs. Birth certificate, ID, how they identifying you.
Right. But I thought under the special appearance, you're basically saying I'm not the birth certificate.
What? Then who are you? What are you representing?
Well, look, I
You
told
don't
him, I
have
said,
nothing to
look,
represent except that, and you're nobody. So
right. I get
my
what you're
name's a
saying.
business. That means I work for the business.
I get what you're
Someone who
saying. Right.
worked for the business filed a claim against your ass.
Right. That
Who's
makes
working for
sense
your
too.
business? You got to say,
Right.
I'm working for business. Because you
Yeah.
still going in there saying that's you. You claim the name, you have no standing.
Right. Well, I thought when you go in there saying that, you basically say, I don't claim the name. I'm separating myself. I'm here on
But
special
who
appearance.
are you? Who are you though? You got to be somebody to be put on the record. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Can't nobody just go in and say, I'm here by special appearance. Well, who the
Now, I
fuck
still
are
gave him
you
a
then?
name, bro. Now, look, I still gave him a name. You know, I gave him the whole government, said, man, this is why you're family of what the bam. But I'm not the all caps name. You know, I did
listen, bro, that argument is in 2000.
Now, I get what you're
don't
saying.
use
I
that
get what you're
argument
saying,
no
though.
more. My name's a business, bro. It's that simple. If you knew your name was a business, it wouldn't even went to court.
Right. I get what you're saying now, though. I was just saying that's what I did. So now I know I should have did.
I'm just letting you know. If they can't hear you, you don't have status, bro, and standing in court.
Okay. So by
You have to
them
let them know
default,
who you are. Put your record, and they're not supposed to be able to hear you anyways, because they're not wrong. They're honorable courts. You put the shit on the record, and you don't even go to court. You know what I mean? It's a court of record, right? So you need to be asking, hey, are you a lawful judge? Put your delegation of order authority on. Show me you're a lawful judge. Show me this is a lawful court to even hold this hearing.
Yeah.
Fuck are you to tell me I don't have status of standing?
Right.
If you knew who you was, you would be able to present those arguments.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now, though. Okay, then, yeah, that makes sense too, though. Because, like you said, I'll be standing on something by saying my status has been changed. So, look, if they defaulted and they doing I think they call it a proof up. So I think they're supposed to be going on like next month. I still got time to do that, then, right? And can I still use the GAAP?
Bro, I'm not here to talk about court cases, though. We didn't even talk about court cases. Nigga, you can audit the account on a court case. You can't audit the shit because your name's not a business.
Right. I'm saying I do what you told me just do. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Consultation. Miles Long, what's good?
Man, what's up, bro? Hey, peace, guy. I appreciate everything you've done. The IG, everything. I got the OnlyFans, all that, bro. I'm new to all this. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I saw some shit on the internet about getting a certain passport, and that puts you on the detain list, the do not detain list, something like that.
Yeah, you never heard me say that though, correct?
Facts. That's why I'm here talking to you about it.
Man. You want to be on a diplomatic list. Diplomatic, not do not detain. Because if your ass is being investigated, they're not going to detain your ass either.
Facts. Man, hey, that's why I'm talking to you. That's why I'm in the class trying to obtaining all this information so I can apply it to me and mine. So we get
but we're going to talk about what I went over in class today. Not no IDs, nothing like that.
Facts. The question I got is, how do I go about moving from the public to the private?
Make your name a business. Start there. Have a trust.
Okay.
You need to get around private communities, understand what private is, because obviously you don't know what private is. Are you at home right now? Who else is there?
It's just me. I'm at my house.
All right, so you in the private?
Yes.
Well, there has to be someone you have to hurt for the cops to show up to your house.
Okay.
All right, so when you're in the private, that's just what it is. You ever heard of private school?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a private school and a public school?
I'm in the private.
You have to pay to be there. You have to pay to be there. Just understand, if it's free, you're usually the product. I need everybody to understand that. If it's free, you are the product. That's how the public works. You've heard of Amish people? That's public or private?
Private. No, I read.
Right, so these are the people you need to study. Jewish people?
My man, I got your books.
I'm just telling you, saying how I get. So listen, that's how you get there. Read that. You need to tap in with the tribe. You've heard of Freemasons? Is that public or private? Okay, then that's all private education. Tap into one of those communities. That's how you stay private. Quit volunteering information to the government.
Got you.
When you go into a store, stop saying, hey, I'll sign up for your rewards program. You're volunteering information. People got your phone number, all that. You're public.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm tapping in, and I'm finna get that consultation with you, bro, because I need all this. And I'm coming to the seminar in Chicago because I'm in Chicago right now.
You in Chicago? You need to tap in. You need to come to the studio, man.
Man, where you at? Man, what do I need to get in with you, bro?
Tap in with me, man. Hit me up, man. Hit me up. That's where you need to come to the studio.
I got you. I'm gonna hit you on your OnlyFans. I'm gonna text the number. I'm doing all that shit.
I got you, man. Much peace and love. Much peace and love. All right, I got 3 more people I'm about to call. The first one's gonna be Victor, Vaughn, and then Sir. So we're gonna start with you, Victor. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, unmute your mic, man. Or not. Vaughn, what's good?
Oh, sorry, it wasn't letting me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, Don. Sorry about that, man. Thank you so much for your time. That was an amazing course. Quick question. You mentioned in the class that we have to have our status corrected before executing the recruitment processes. To find the information to correct the status, is that going to be in a specific video in your university?
No, that's gonna. I mean, you can go to onlyfans.com. I tell everybody what to do on onlyfans.com. To read the post or you book a consult. That's when I tell people because they don't pay me. They don't pay me at all. So,
yes, sir.
You know, that's it. But you know, if you know who it is, y'all know. You know, a lot of people was talking about it in the chat because they already knew what it was.
All right. Thank you, Don.
Much peace and love. Much peace and love. Vaughn, what's good? He was ready.
Hey, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's good, King? How you feeling?
Oh, bro, I'm good. How about you, man? You all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this short. I know you're tired, brother, and your knowledge, yeah, it's definitely needed. I wanted to ask you a quick question, and I'm gonna kind of get off of this. I created a $2 billion security, and what it had to do with is my kid got in trouble. It locked him up, you know, gave him 4 felonies, and I kind of did like you do a forensic, search. But what I did is I started going through the laws, from the time they got stopped, did they have jurisdiction, because he's not a U.S. citizen. I tell them that's not what we are. We stand up under our Constitution. We stand up under God. And I hit him do with about, I think, 2.5 pounds of paperwork, and gave him a default letter 3 times, and sent out everything registered, and also sent it into the county clerk recorder's office and had it recorded, so it's public knowledge. My thing is to put it into a trust. Would that be the proper way? Is to set it into a trust?
Did you not hear me say we're not talking about court cases today?
Oh, no, it's
not. Hey, Sir Styles, what's good? You talking about things we went over, man. We talking about things we went over.
Nah, honestly, I wanted to just come on here and really just thank you, brother, because like you said earlier today, you said a lot of people think you're an asshole, but I really don't think you're an asshole. You're just about business. You know what I'm saying? You just handle.
That's it.
When you handle your business, and people take it the wrong way. Especially when they trying to get they trying to get what you at, but you like you said, you did 7, 10 plus years of work. Doing it this way, doing it that way.
I'm doing this about 17, man. So damn it, it's been 19 years.
Damn, 19 years. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, 19 years. I've been studying law for 19 years. I just been tapped into this private knowledge for about 10.
So, and I just want to come on here and just say appreciate it, bro. Because I
appreciate you, man.
I got all your books. I'm on the OnlyFans, I'm on the private life. And I missed you. Which, you know what? It was canceled. You had something that was last month. I think it got canceled. So I missed that. But you know what? The next one you got in Chicago, I'm pulling up. I'm from Philly.
So what, man? Because listen, Chicago gonna be special because I'm gonna have some heavy hitters. Like I'm, and not to take away from the millionaires and the people I've had at my events, but Chicago, I got heavy hitters. And I just want to say, if any of my friends see this video, you bet people hang out. I'm not talking bad about y'all. But these are heavy hitters, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna be there, brother. I'm gonna be there.
I appreciate you, man. Much peace and love. I appreciate it. We're gonna take one more. Brett Harris, what's good, man? I'm gonna get to you too, 9-11. I see you've been waiting, man. I'm gonna get to you too, man. Brett Harris, what's good?
Hey, bro, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's good, man?
Drywall skills on Instagram. I just found your page, man. Been learning this stuff, and man, the people I've been learning from is filled with the holes. You've been filling them, you know.
Hey, that means a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no. Hey, so the first lady I was learning about all the prospectus and the 10K forms and all that. Learned about the trustees, and something I found was really interesting. So I got denied for a credit card, right? And I went on their prospectus, and it's crazy. You go on there, and it says the FICO score is done by a third party, one which we cannot verify. Right.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
And it's hilarious because not even they themselves can verify, which means it's fraud.
That's powerful.
You see what I'm saying? So then that got to me thinking, you know, I learned about the UC11 search. That shows you, that there's no liens or fraud in my account. So what are you guys using to verify if I'm eligible or not for a credit card? You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's facts.
Right. And then I came across how you started talking about GAAP accounting. I'm like, bam, that's what it is. Like, because you said that you need certified documents in order to prove that if you're eligible or not. A FICO score is not a certified document.
That's right. So that's why you can get your financial statements as a certified financial statement is what a lot of big companies will need. And you can get major lines of credit with something called a certified financial statement. And all you need is a CPA.
Oh, okay. You talked about going on fiverr.com, right?
Yeah, that's where I've got some attorneys in England of Fiverr, so they're not worried about nothing. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So they got compiled statements is what they do, and then you got certified financial statements. And a certified financial statement is certified financial statements are the documents that our publicly traded companies must publish. And then a certified public accountant will audit the contents of these statements using generally accepted accounting principles.
Right. Right.
You can have your
go ahead.
You can have your own statement certified. So a financial document audited and signed off by a certified independent auditor.
Right. So basically, because you talked about getting a forensic audit.
Yeah, on any account that you already been paying on to prove that you're the main investor, that you're the principal investor or the private investor.
Right. So forensic accounting is just to prove that you're the main investor. But if you want to go deeper than that, you do a Bloomberg forensic audit to show the actual trading of the loan contract, correct?
That's it. Okay. That's it. Somebody was taking notes during class. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, it's been compiling all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I have somewhat of a foundation. And so now I can kind of like weed out trash that's coming my way. So you were pretty much consistent. I started reading your books too. And when I started seeing like taxes go to the Vatican, I was like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro.
Hey, that's tight. You was able to see that. No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so I guess I'm going to start there then. I was going to file a complaint with the CFP. I sent them a few letters to the credit card company.
Those are good places to start. So you're proving fraud all around. There's levels to it. So you start from the bottom and work the way up.
Okay. Good. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. I'm going to look forward to more stuff.
You too, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Much peace and love.
Yeah.
All right, last question, man. 9, baby. What's good, man? 9-11, baby. I don't want to say your shit wrong, man.
Did you say?
Never mind, baby. I'm about
he asking a question. Yeah, you got it right, fam. Sorry about that.
Hey, what's good, man? Tell Bay to
It's
chill,
good.
man. Tell her you live right now with Don Kilam.
I'm live with Don. But yeah, I was trying to give me something to roll up. But man, I appreciate the time. Absolutely. Yeah, I think Brett said it best, man. You fill in a lot of holes that a lot of other brothers try to cover this information. They just don't cover it. And it's a lot deeper than what they be talking about, because it's like they just, they fail to reiterate on it. But I think I thought it was interesting that you brought up status correction, and I had just got my sole prop established and registered maybe, how long was that? Maybe 2 months ago. Man, as soon as you said that, I was like, wow, that's crazy, because I was looking at it, and one of the I was reading under entity, it was talking about a precedent, and then I seen a video you was talking about probate court. I was like,
okay,
who died?
We got us a smart nigga.
Brother.
Hey, so look, with the so I would put that sole prop under the unincorporated association or even the trust, so you're not taxed on it, because there's a big tax on just the regular sole proprietorship, okay? But understanding and distinguishing that your name as a business is amazing. And yes, anytime your name's in all capitalized letters, the United States is saying you're dead. They're managing your will. But bro, I love that you know how old are you?
I'm 22.
You look young, bro. You like, who died? How do you know what these things mean?
Man, is it, bro? Reading, just so much
in
reading,
you, bro. It's just in you. I mean, I can show that to my people 1,000 times, and they're still not gonna be like, bro, who died?
Man, what?
I understand who you are, man. I understand who you are. You got eyes to see, man. You're able to intake this spiritual knowledge. It's spiritual knowledge is what it is.
Absolutely.
Spiritual downloads, man. I would love to connect with you too. You got swag. I see all of that, man. I would love to tap in with you, man.
Like I said, hey, I'm in New
York.
York.
Send me your number or email. Send me your number or email. I'm gonna reach out to you, man. Where you at?
I'm in the boot, Louisiana.
Well, Louisiana. Okay. I mean, you ever heard of Kendall Thomas?
Kendall Thomas. That sounds familiar.
That's my guy. He's connected to BG, Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates, all them, man.
Man, that's crazy. Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah,
Boozy.
I'm connected with everyone, man.
Yeah,
but
man.
It's a beautiful thing what you do, man, to the community.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Hey,
it's crazy.
Your girl don't think you crazy?
Man, no, because she follows it. Like she's very open-minded. She understands that you gotta unlearn a lot of stuff to know this stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Hey man, y'all gonna be a powerful team, and she don't think, because my girl thought I was crazy. 22, there's no way I've been talking about this, man. By the time you're 32, you should be a billionaire.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're headed. You focus on the right things.
Yeah. I need to get a lot of the paperwork, man. When you send me those templates, I still got to read through all that, so I appreciate that, man.
No doubt, man. Listen, you 22. Listen, because people think Don don't do nothing for everybody, bro. I'm gonna send you all the stats questions, whatever you need. I'm gonna send you everything. You know how the guy that said you send him 500. I'm gonna give you access to all of that. Make sure I get your info, man. Hit me up, send me an email, send me a number, whatever, however it is you can get a hold of me and prove who you are. I got you, bro.
Absolutely. I'm gonna lock in with you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, because I know you're gonna put this information to work. And then when you're a billionaire, you could drop me a donation.
Oh yeah, we're in for the long haul. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything is full faith and credit. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you said who died? You alive, man. It starts in the spirit. Your spirit controls the mind, and the mind controls the body. So this is why you can't help a non-believer. There's nothing you can do to help a non-believer. They're not gonna see it.
Factual. And man, it was a great experience of going into the courtroom, because my dad worked for him, so I be picking his brain about it. He be thinking I'm crazy, but it's like I started bringing up. Yeah, he was like, yeah, we deal with with non-citizen nationals sometimes. I was like, yeah, all that. I tried to tell him, I was like,
I'm a non-citizen national, right?
Yeah, bro, man. I was trying to tell them.
They have to treat foreign nationals different, and people don't know that. In my book, Can't Touch This, I pulled this example out. So like I was in Orlando a lot. So if you look up Orlando Police Department or any police department handbook, they have to treat foreign nationals and people with diplomatic immunity different. This is from their handbook. Orlando Police Department Policy and Procedures, Foreign Nationals and Consular or Diplomatic Immunity. They show you IDs. They show you what you got. This is why you have to have your board together and your team together.
Your tribe. Correct?
Yeah, your tribe. Because they have to contact people and verify this information. They have strict instructions. And that's what we do. You know, my other homie Chief, that's what we did, man. We teach you what to say and what to do. Because you have a right to a tribal council and a tribal judge and all of that.
Absolutely. I think that was real interesting. You was talking about baptismal certificate.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. Use that as identity, man. That's it. Simple as that.
That's crazy.
You know? If the judge knows you, you don't need no paperwork. The judge know me.
Facts. Facts.
Hey, if a cop know you, he can pull you over and just identify you like that with no ID.
Facts. By name.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
But man, I appreciate you, man. Tap in with me. I got you.
Man, likewise. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I see you too, Harrison, man. Peace and love, Harrison. I see you, dog, man. I see how clean you is. I'll try to unmute you real quick before I hop up off here, man. If you still on the OnlyFans, send me a message, man.
I will.
Send me a message, bro. I'm gonna send you something tonight, man. I got you.
Well, thank you. Listen, I just tried to send you $500 through my Cash App, but the bank, my bank turned it down. They just said they're gonna refund it to me on Thursday for a consult. So, you know, maybe if once I get the funds
I
back,
just seen it. If you have Bitcoin on the Cash App, you can only send me half, bro. I got you. I'm gonna do it for half price for you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Reach out, man. I just want to show everybody how clean you are. You showed up. You came all the way to Orlando. You always showing love. I appreciate you, man.
Well, you the man. God bless you, man.
Hey, make sure you read this book. All right. Make sure you read the book.
I already got it. I already went to Amazon. Already purchased it just before the seminar.
And then when it starts making sense for y'all, man, so make sure y'all leave some reviews. Financial Freedom Guide for Private Investors. But we getting our remedy this year, so just stay tuned. If you're part of the OnlyFans on donkalam.com, I'm gonna make onlyfans.com/Don Kalam, Don Kalam University. I'm gonna keep everybody updated and everybody updated on who's part of the private community too, because not all of my celebrity friends want to be known out here in the public. Everybody still wants to live their normal lives and not actually look like a celebrity as well. A lot of people don't want to be known, but I do have people that is okay in it, such as Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates, he's part of this private community. You know what I mean? So I just want to throw that out there. I appreciate you, Harrison. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in.
Oh, may I get that to you on OnlyFans?
Yeah, if that works better, that would work better. Yes. Just send me 200, man. We'll 200? Schedule it. Yeah, you the only one. I'm not doing this for nobody else now. It's 500. That's the discount. I do 1,000. Me and Harrison got prior engagements and arrangements going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So much peace and love. I appreciate everybody. I was going to see if I can unmute everybody just to hear y'all say good night. But y'all can unmute yourself. But good night. Peace and love. Remember, prosperity is your divine birthright. Go through the book. There's no way I could go and cover everything that needs to be covered. But the main thing is just making sure your status is correct. You have some type of status correction, make your name a business, have some type of private banking going on, whether it's a holding company or even a private trust. I like holding companies because they're in the public. No state is going to deny your holding company or even an unincorporated association. Prove you're the private investor. Do the securitization audits to prove that these securities are coming from your investments and that all the proceeds go to you because you're the main investor. With that, I'm out. Much peace and love. Remember, prosperity is your divine birthright. As soon as this is ready, done processing, it will be uploaded in the folder. Be checking your spam box or email address. Send a message to however you got this invited in this Zoom call, and that's how you will get access if you didn't get the email in the spam box. Much peace and love.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets of commerce and build an empire that lasts for generations? Look no further. Introducing $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your official guide to the private and public side of commerce. In this groundbreaking book, Don Kilam reveals the strategies and insider knowledge you need to create and protect your wealth. Learn how to navigate the intricate world of commerce, master the art of building an empire, and secure a lasting legacy for your family. Get your hands on $1 Million Worth of Game today and embark on a transformative journey toward financial abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to build your empire and secure a prosperous future for generations to come. Get ready to conquer the world of commerce. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your ultimate guide to building an empire and leaving a legacy. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam. Available now. Get your copy and start your journey to generational wealth.